All right, we are live, and how many people we got with us? Where does that say that? Does it say it somewhere over here or no? I'm getting comments, but I'm not seeing people.
It should be on like the top left corner of the screen usually.
I agree. Yeah, that's usually where it is. I guess it's live, which is interesting. Anyways, well, hello everybody. We got a bunch of your people in here. None of my people are in here yet. you guys awesome. Brought all the fun. Yeah. Miss Carter, Chris Snyder, Good Real Hunting. Ricardo's mine. Everyone else is yours.
Sweet.
So anyway, 7 people. There we go. It's finally up on the screen. All right. So
there we go.
So, well, we're going to introduce ourselves. Everyone knows me, so we got Destiny here with us, who is going to be starting her own channel next month, right, Destiny?
That's the plan. Yeah.
That's the plan. So everyone needs to get on her about this.
Yeah.
I was throwing an idea at her of April Fool's Day, because you want to do a makeup themed channel, right?
Yeah, like makeup and horror together. Something like that.
I would watch that. What do you think, Matt? Would you watch that?
I'd watch anything with Destiny.
That's right. What about everyone else?
That's so sweet.
Look, Rob said he just subscribed. I don't know if that's to me or to you. You don't have the channel yet. You already got a subscriber right there. There you go.
Wow.
Thank you. Cool. And then, of course, we've also got Matt, whose name always seems to change the pronunciation of.
I don't.
It's like Fudge, Fauch, Fauci, Facci.
It's kind of, I guess it's kind of like the doctor guy. Dr. Facci, I guess, is probably the way it's supposed to be said, I guess.
That's what I would say.
But all my whole life, my parents never pronounced it that way, so that's probably why.
How do your parents pronounce it?
They say Facci.
Facci.
Like Facchi, I guess.
See, I would spell that like Futch.
Or maybe, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that's kind of how they say it. I used to say it like that, but not anymore.
Wow.
Facci. Interesting. Okay. So you prefer what?
I guess probably Facci is how I say it.
Facci? So, yeah, that's how I thought it was.
Yep.
So fuck your parents, right?
I guess so.
I guess so. So, how hard was this list to make for you two?
Probably harder for me than her.
Yeah, I don't think it was too hard for me, really. I just looked at movies and picked out my favorites.
Well, look at this. We got your #1 fan in here.
Thank you, Rob. Me and Rob go way back.
Way back.
At least. Flicks. Yeah.
At least 3 hours.
At least, yeah. That's like way back.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing for me was that last week, as you guys know, I had Christian from Exploding Heads on, and I want to say it was about a few months ago, they did a show where they did their like top 100 of the decade.
Damn.
And they had every YouTuber or podcaster that they knew and that they wanted their opinion. They all made them make their top 100, and then they like compiled this like Frankenstein list where like everyone's #1 got 100 points, and everyone's like number 100 got 1 point. And then it was just an accumulation of like all the numbers all the way through, and then they made a list of all of those lists. So I had to make that list for that show. So I already had my top 100. So I just kind of took the 10 from that. But then once we were doing the show, I was like, I've rewatched some of these now, and I want to, and so I altered it a tad. #1 will always be #1, but other things changed around quite a bit, actually. I was pretty surprised by some of the changes, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting to those. But yeah, it was. I'm very thankful that I already had that list, because making that top 100 list was that was wild. That was wild, because I literally like sat there on my phone in Google and in Letterboxd for hours, just like searching through everything I had seen and really trying to remember like what I loved, and ranking 100 films is impossible. Like basically after 20, I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
However they're sitting here, I don't give a fuck. They can all replace each other. I don't really care. But
that sounds I don't think I could.
I don't think Matt literally could, because I don't think he saw 100 films.
Like, I was gonna make that joke, but I didn't want to do it. So I'm glad you did that.
I got at least with the Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street. That's like over 30 right there. So I'm in good shape. I think
those aren't from the decade, bro.
Oh, good point. Fuck.
So you have like 0 from any of those franchises.
Like 20.
You got 1 from Halloween, and then what? Rob? Nothing.
Nothing.
There hasn't been a Nightmare or a Friday. Yeah. You said that you don't really like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, though.
They're probably my least favorite of the big 3, but I haven't watched those, and I'd probably say honestly, probably like besides the first one, like 10 years. So I gotta get on that again and catch up on Freddy.
Jeez.
Yeah, those top 100 lists are definitely mind melting. Especially, when you're watching, I mean, in that 10-year period of 2010 to 2019, new films during that era, I must have watched 1,500 to 2,000. So you're talking about an insane amount of films that I was going through, just being like, okay, did I like this? Did I barely even remember half of them I was looking through? I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that, but I barely. Oh, Small P's in the room. Greetings, everybody. Hello. Yeah. Don't let him lie. He's a closet Nightmare fan, says Chris Snyder. Is that true? Are you hiding things from us? No, are you in the closet with Jesse?
Oh my God.
I am. This was a great opportunity to come out in front of everybody. So, but no,
this is Matt's coming out party.
That's what it is. It's fantastic.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's all right, man. We accept you for whoever you are.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised. Let's just say that I'm not surprised at all. The shit you text me, there's no.
Okay, that is
what?
There's a point.
It goes back and forth, though. Come on.
Hey, man, I never denied it. I've never been in the closet. I can smell my own. I'm a hairdresser, bro. And I should have kept them on my sleeve. I just got new pink clips today.
Cute.
It's pretty funny. We ordered some and they came and I was like, oh, wow, cool. People don't think I'm gay enough. It's going to act like that. Yeah, everyone's such a huge fan of Dream Warriors. I mean, of course, I enjoy the film. I'm a big fan of it, but Freddy's Revenge all day and week.
Yes, me too.
My favorite of the franchise by far.
I don't really care for Dream Warriors that much. I still enjoy it, and it's probably I guess my 3rd favorite, but definitely Freddy's Revenge. I don't really care for it. I don't know.
Dream Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely really enjoy it. And I get it. I get that it's more tonally in line with the first one, and that you got reoccurring characters with John Saxon and Heather Langenkamp coming back, and it kind of plays out that story, and Wes Craven comes back to write and all that stuff. And I get it, but at the same time, I've said this a million times. I've kind of beaten this to death at this point, but Freddy's Revenge to me just has the best everything in the franchise to me. It has the best Freddy. It has the best characters. It has the best dialogue. I love everything about it. And I get that there's that like gay subtext that people can't seem to get past, but it's never bothered me. But that's because we just talked about how gay Matt and I are. So
yeah, exactly.
Should be your favorite of the franchise, Matt. We'll watch it together in bed.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah,
cute. Take pictures.
Dream Warriors is number 3 for Chris. What's number 1 and 2? And then Good Real is number 2. Now,
number 2.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So what are your guys' number 1s? I'm curious on this one. So anyway, I guess we can jump into the list unless you guys want to talk more about all the movies Matt hasn't seen.
We'll be here all day and tomorrow and the next week.
That is true. I don't have that kind of time.
Right. Yeah, I got a life to get back to.
Yeah, definitely.
So are we going youngest to oldest here? Is that how we're going to rotate this?
I don't want to go first.
I'm the youngest, am I not?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then you could go first.
That's what we're telling people, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm 50.
All right. Well, Matt should be happy with number 10 because it is a slasher.
Okay.
We know how much Matt likes slashers, but I will bet my bottom dollar
he's never seen it.
That he has never seen this movie. In fact, I'm positive you haven't seen this movie because I brought it up to you in a live stream you were doing with Dan just the other day. I don't know. Anyways, this movie is from Hong Kong, China.
Then no.
And this is one of the most brutal slashers you'll ever watch in your entire life. And it deals with a young lady who is wanting a specific property. And she'll do anything to acquire this home. And this is called Dream Home. Oh. I just couldn't say enough about it. Of course, every film that I talk about on here, I've done in full spoiler discussions. So if you want to hear my full thoughts on it, of course you can. But Dream Home is just, it's so mean-spirited, and the kills in it are extremely memorable, to say the least. Violent as hell and really sad. Like her story, like the movie focuses primarily on the antagonist of the film and just kind of showing you why she's doing what she's doing while she's brutally murdering people in the building. And it's one of the most graphic films you'll watch, and it's brilliantly done. So I couldn't recommend it higher. It's a fantastic film. I'm honestly surprised that it made it through China's ridiculous restrictions that they have, because every film, like China doesn't even allow you to like have supernatural elements in their films unless in the end it's all in their mind. Like they're really, really strict with what can and can't go through. That's why like blockbusters go in certain directions a lot of the times, because like they have, they want to appeal to the Asian market, the Chinese market. So they'll like have to take things out of their films that China will or will not allow, which is really bizarre. If you look into like their restrictions, it's fucking wild stuff. So, yeah. But this movie, it's so weird that they can release this, which is one of the most brutal slashers I've ever watched in my entire life. So they don't make any fucking sense, but it is what it is. So, Matt, you're up next, I think, yeah?
My whole list is probably going to be like bubblegum fucking pop movies that are...
I don't care about any of that.
But
I want to know.
Like it said, going through this list was really hard for me because I haven't seen like half the shit that was there. So I pretty much had to go through what I have seen. And this probably won't make anybody's list ever, but for number 10,
oh Jesus,
I have... What? It's a good movie. You like this movie.
No, it's just the way that you're setting this up. I am expecting to be extremely disappointed.
Because I'm used to getting ridiculed. So I just go, number 10, from 2017, I have Happy Death Day. I love that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's a movie that I find myself watching a lot, for very, very frequently. I like Tree. The main character is fantastic. I like her arc from the beginning of the film, where she's kind of like the snobby ass bitch, and then by the end, she's freaking dating Carter, for crying out loud, who she probably wouldn't have even looked twice at in the beginning.
Are we gonna get too into spoilers here for everybody in case people haven't seen these movies?
No, I guess not.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I don't have to.
People should have seen every fucking film on our list, I would hope. Well, maybe not some of mine. Who the hell here has seen Dream Home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Anybody in the comments, has anybody seen Dream Home? Please let me know. I'm curious.
I tried to look that up the other day. Where can I watch it at? I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it.
You have to fly to China to watch it.
Okay.
That's what I did.
That's going to be tough right now.
Yeah. I'll give you a week.
Okay.
Let me look up. If everyone doesn't have the Just Watch app, just make sure that you get that app, because that'll tell you where everything is streaming. So all you got to do is type it in, and then there you go. It's up on Apple TV, YouTube, and Amazon. So for $2.99 rentals, but no streaming. But yeah, Just Watch, the best app for that. Now, I will say, in my couple years experience with Just Watch, they're not 100% on the money all the time. They do fuck up here and there. So I don't know if it's like they just don't update it enough to where it used to be on there a month or two ago or 6 months ago or whatever. But sometimes you go and you're like, yes, it's on there. And then you go and it's not there. It happens pretty infrequently. So I never know what to expect, but it's a good gauge. But yeah, what else was I going to say about Just Watch? The only other thing I could definitely recommend to people who are a little bit more tight for cash, obviously Tubi's a fantastic option. Yes. They have a fuck ton of movies, and they honestly, I don't feel like they play as many ads as a lot of people seem to say they do. I think on the newer films they do, but on the older films they don't seem like. I've watched stuff on there and I got one ad for the entire film.
Really?
You know, some films. So, and then other films like 3 or 4. But also, if you guys haven't ever checked out more of the library options, there's 2 different sites that are connected to your local library. And you just got to go and you got to look up the affiliates for each of these library streaming things. But they actually have a lot of fantastic options. And they're just, you check them out right through your library, but you do it through the app. And you can rent all sorts of fucking wild, crazy movies that you never thought and Just Watch has both of those apps in there as well, so it will tell you if it's on there. I'm blanking on what both of those apps are called at the moment, but I'll get you the titles here in a second. So Destiny, go ahead and give us your number 10. I'm gonna look up those.
All right. My number 10 is Victor Crowley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Another slasher. 3 slashers in a row.
Wow, look at us go. It's my favorite out of the Hatchet franchise, which I'm a pretty big fan of. And this one I actually started out with. And I love a lot of the people that are in it. And every time I watch it, it just makes me laugh. It's the perfect movie for me because I just laugh. Yeah, it's just ridiculous fun. So, yeah. I know.
Well, what's cool about, I love that Victor Crowley. Wait, is that your favorite of the 4?
Yeah, that is my favorite.
Yeah. I love that that's your favorite. When I saw it, because I got to see it with Adam Green, which is pretty wild. He was, he's having that premiere, and I went with the horror show, and we got to watch it with Adam Green, and he told this really depressing story before it. But I was in the theater, and I don't know what it was about my first view of it, but I was like not digging the humor, like it wasn't landing for me. And so, but I felt like it was really funny because like he had told this like legit like suicidal story beforehand, and then like his movie was playing and like all these jokes were coming and like no one was laughing, and I was like forcing myself to kind of give some laughs because I was just like, he's gonna fucking kill himself if people don't like this movie. So I was just like sitting in the theater like, oh no, like these jokes aren't landing. And it's funny too, because then I went back after and I rewatched it like a year or two later, and I loved it and I laughed a lot. And I don't know what the hell is going. I think honestly, now that I think about it, it's probably because of how depressing he started. He was like, he was telling this like really downer story, and then he's like, well, and here's my comedy movie. And it was like, okay. And then I was like trying to get out of that headspace, and I'm watching the movie and they're throwing up dick jokes and shit. And I'm like sitting there thinking about him killing himself, and I'm like, I'm not in the mood to laugh right now.
Yeah, that probably a little bit, just like a little bit.
But it is now my favorite of the four.
Really? Because that's usually like everyone's least favorite.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just like, it's my favorite. I don't know. Yeah. I love the humor. I think it's like I've seen it now because I watched it the first time on the last drive-in when that premiered. So it was like my first Hatchet movie, and then I went back and watched 1, 2, and 3. But it was like my first time, and every joke, it just made me laugh. And I've seen it probably like 5 to 10 times now, and that wasn't that long ago, you know. So every time I watch it, the humor, it just works perfectly for me. It's like my kind of humor, just so stupid.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious.
Matt, have you seen all 4 Hatchets?
Yes, I've seen all 4. Not recently, but I have seen them. They're not bad.
Yeah, I covered them on the channel, and I watched all 4 back to back, and I like, you can see in my review for Victor Crowley, my second one, of course, the spoiler one, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But this is now my preferable of the 4. And I went into it being like, it's my least favorite of the 4 by far. And then I went and rewatched it, and then it became my favorite, and I was blown away by that. So yeah, it's cool to hear that you're also agreed with that one.
Yeah.
Which one has the Gwar intro? Is there a Gwar intro in any of the Hatchet movies that I don't remember?
Honestly, I don't know what a Gwar intro is. I couldn't tell you.
You don't know what Gwar is?
No, please.
Oh my goodness!
Talk to me like
really?
I'm stupid.
Oh wow!
Can you just explain it to me before?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Gwar was a costumed metal band that has these really wild, elaborate shows where they bring like fucking monsters and creatures up onto the stage, and like people get eaten by the worm that comes out, and yeah, they're real big. Their lead singer actually died.
Well, I was about to say, is that Odorous?
Yes.
From Holliston. That's Odorous?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know the band. My bad. Yeah. My bad.
Okay, so here we go. John Doe says Gwar is a terrible metal band. John Doe, I disagree. I implore you to listen to the record Ragnarok. That album rules. Okay, Ragnarok. At least listen to Surf or Sin on Ragnarok. That album rules. But there's so many funny ass songs on that show, on that album, like Meat Sandwich and like The New Plague, which is about AIDS, and it's a really funny album. It's a really funny album. It's about like Jesus coming for a meat sandwich. He comes for me. Sandwich. It's the best. It's the best. Listen to Ragnarok. I implore you, people, please. It's one of my favorite albums in high school. Anyway, so yeah, 3 slashers in a row. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I had made a prediction before we started that Matt and I were not going to have a single film on our list together. And I think that Destiny and I will have 2. We'll see. We'll see. In the end, I have no idea what's on their lists, but I'm real curious to see how right I am. I'm going to be very surprised if Matt has anything I have. So one of the streaming services, the main one, and I've used both, but one of them is called Hoopla, Hoopla, Hoopla. And you can get that through your Library, and I'm trying to find the other one. I'm still looking for, but I'm gonna find it. Anyway, all right. So number 9, where the fuck my list went? Number 9. Oh, here's a movie that's I guarantee isn't going to be on a lot of people's list because this is. You know what's funny? Actually, now that I'm looking at this list, I would say that most of these films are split 50-50 down the middle on the horror audience. You know, these are films that half the people who hate them like want to kill the people who made this film's family. They hate the fucking movie so much. It's outlandish how much people hate these movies, but it is what it is. You have your opinions. I think this movie's brilliant. It just was mismarketed, as I always say, as a monster movie, and it is not a monster movie. It is a movie about a woman's breakdown mentally, about how much she can't stand her child and how much she feels like a fucking monster. And that, of course, is the Babadook. The performance by Essie Davis in this is, you know, I think it's Oscar worthy. I think she's phenomenal in the film. I think it's a perfect movie. The kid is a fucking nightmare. And that's the point. That's what everyone hates about the movie, but I think they're missing the point of the film is the kid's supposed to be unlikable. He's supposed to be hated. So the kid gives an amazing performance. It's just that he's so unbelievably unlikable. You want to punch the kid. I mean, we all love that meme, right? Where it's like, why can't you be normal?
Yeah, screaming. Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. I love that scene. I love that movie. Jennifer Kent is an excellent director. If you have not seen her other film called The Nightingale, it's also fantastic. It's about slavery in Tasmania in the 1800s, and it's fucking brutal and dark and sad and so well acted and so well shot. She's a phenomenal director, and this is her directorial debut, and it's seriously fucking phenomenal. It's such a fantastic film, but I get it. It's not for everybody. It's slow and it was mismarketed, and people are like, I don't want to think. I just want things thrown at me. And that's okay. You can be that kind of horror fan. I'm not shitting on you. It sounds like I'm shitting on you, but I'm not shitting on you. A little bit. A little pretentious. That's okay. That's okay. Anyway. All right. So Matt, what is up next? Happy Death Day to you.
No. I like the first one better than the second one.
What do you think of Freaky, since we're speaking of Happy Death Day?
It was fun. It was fun. I like Happy Death Day better, but it was still a fun time. I don't know what I was thinking it was going to be. I wanted to laugh more, I guess. I didn't find myself laughing as much as I was hoping I would with Vince Vaughn being in it. But it was a good movie. I'd probably watch it again, but I like Happy Death Day better.
Okay. Destiny said she watched it like twice in a day.
I watched it one day because I was like getting ready while watching it, and then the next day I rewatched it like full attention. But I really liked it. I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I had a great time with
it.
The kills are fantastic.
Kills are fucking great.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, love the kills. And I thought what's her name? Catherine
Newton.
I thought she was great.
Mm-hmm.
I think she more stole the show than Vince Vaughn, honestly, but I thought they both were awesome.
Yeah, it was cool to see Christopher Landon bring her back since they worked together on Paranormal Activity 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool to see them, reconnect like that. I thought it was great. The kills really shocked me because I saw it in theaters, and I haven't seen. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a slasher movie in the theater with brutal kills. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. It's just not a subgenre that really comes to the theaters anymore. It kind of had its heyday in the 80s. Scream tried to kind of revive it a little bit in the 90s, and it kind of brought it back for a minute. Like Urban Legend and I Know What You Did Last Summer and that kind of stuff. But the 2000s, you don't have a lot of slasher films that were like big theater releases that hit big with audiences and were like brutal. I'm kind of honestly blanking on many at all off the top of my head. And so to see a film like that in the theater, it's like Happy Death Day with gore. I mean, that's really what it kind of feels like. It's like, and trust me, as much as I love Happy Death Day would have been far superior had it been rated R and been gory as fuck. I mean, imagine how great that movie would be if every time Tree died, it was fucking vicious and brutal.
Yeah.
You know, that like Final Destination style.
I agree.
So that's the only downside of Happy Death Day. But I agree with you. Tree's a fantastic final girl to the nth time. And the spin on it too. I thought that was great, since that kind of subgenre has been overplayed and overdone, right? I mean, we've done Groundhog's Day and so many films like it. But with this one, she retains her injuries. Now, that of course is kind of thrown away. Like they kind of like play with that idea, but then in the second one, it's just gone. So you're like, what happened to that really interesting, unique idea you had 5 minutes ago? So whatever. I liked that insertion. I always like insertions, if you know what I mean. Matt knows what I mean.
Oh, I know.
Destiny's like, what?
Sorry, I looked down at my list for like a second. Back to this. Sorry, don't know where I just went.
Face was so confused. That was funny.
Oh fuck.
All right, number 9. Wait.
Nope, I didn't go yet.
You didn't go yet. Okay.
Nope. My number 9 is for a franchise that actually has supposed to have a film coming out this year. If it comes out, that's another story. It's my favorite in the Purge franchise. I went with Purge Anarchy. Frank Grillo's first appearance in the franchise. I thought he was way more likable than Ethan Hawke was in the first one. Not that I hate the first Purge movie, but the second one just amped it up twice as much. And I find myself watching that one more than the other 3 in the franchise. Frank just makes that movie. It's kind of like The Punisher. He did play The Punisher, if I'm not mistaken, before, but that's the vibe I get. Didn't Frank Grillo play The Punisher in a movie, or am I thinking of somebody else? No, Joe Barenthal. I could see him playing The Punisher though. That's kind of who he reminded me of in that film. He's so
the only people to play the Punisher would be Dolph Lundgren, Ray Stevenson, Thomas Jane, and Joe Barenthal.
I don't know why I thought he did, but that'd definitely be my favorite in the Purge franchise, and I just think it's for me it's definitely the best one, no doubt, and had to put it on my list because I watch it at least once or twice a year compared to the other ones.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I was going to say this, Chris, but I was, I had already said too much. Frank Grillo plays Crossbones in Captain America: Civil War. Anyway, I agree with you. I think Anarchy is the best Purge film. But actually, my favorite thing in the Purge franchise is the second season of the TV series.
Okay.
Just because it explores the question that I've always had. And if I was to be tasked to write a Purge movie or a Purge TV series, the thing I always wanted to see is like what life is like after the Purge and during the off season of the Purge, and like trying to go back to your life and like living next to neighbors who tried to kill you, and like that's way more interesting to me than the actual Purge itself, is like the aftermath of the Purge. So the second season does that. It's like 8 of the 10 episodes explores like what people are up to during the off days, the off years, and the effects that it has on everybody. Like it fucking completely corrupts this one kid who's like totally normal. And then it makes him a total killer. It's really fucking sad and makes perfect sense. So that's a really cool exploration of that franchise. And obviously the Forever Purge, which is supposed to come out on 4th of July, is supposed to be the last thing we ever get from the Purge franchise. I'll believe it when I see it. That's one of those things. It's like, oh, Final Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twice.
For the 8th time. So Yeah, no, Purge Anarchy's a cool film, and you know, when the first Purge came out, it was like this idea where everyone was like, okay, that was a cool idea, but like, why did you keep it contained into one house? Like the whole point of this fucking movie is to like blow the whole world up and watch, you know. And when they announced what Anarchy was, I was like, yes, that's the film we wanted. And yeah, it's a good pick, and Frank Grillo's badass, and I love the guy. So yeah, that's good. No shit picks yet, Matt. You're still safe.
All right.
2 in, 2 of 10. 2 in. Like I have the authority on what's shit. Here, I agree. Right here, I think the Purge alert siren. I think that like foghorn or air raid sirens are the scariest fucking sound ever. I'm terrified by that sound because you just know it's like doom coming.
Yeah,
everyone's fucked.
Oh my god.
So that's a good pick. Anyway, Destiny.
All right. Here's like a pretty big jump, I guess. I have Hereditary as
whoa. Okay, as number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, I also judge.
At least
like,
it's on the list.
Yeah, it's on the list at least.
Okay.
Matt. I judge how much I also like stuff usually about how much I could rewatch it.
Okay.
And I can't rewatch Hereditary. I've actually only seen it once. And I watched it maybe like a week after I thought I had COVID. And for a week straight, I was having a panic attack every night, going to bed at like 7 p.m. because I thought I couldn't breathe. And I already knew what was coming up, you know, won't spoil, I guess.
You knew what was going to happen in the movie?
I did. Because I didn't watch it until last year. And so it had been spoiled by like memes on fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
And so I knew it was coming in the scene when she can't breathe. I was like, fuck. So it hit me. I actually watched Hereditary, the 2018 Suspiria, and then Midsommar all in one day.
Wow, what a great day.
No, it fucked me up for a week.
I bet.
I was not myself. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. But yeah, it made a lasting impact on me, especially that one scene. So yeah.
Number 9. Wow. I didn't know if it was gonna make your list. So I'm just happy to see that it even made your list at all.
I'm a supporter of Hereditary. I guess I get the hate, but then I really don't. But I guess I do.
Toni Collette should have won Best Actress of the Year. I agree 100 million %. And Hereditary was terrifying. Saw it in theaters and it messed me up so much. So I've told this story plenty of times, but I saw it in theaters, obviously. And people in my theater were definitely not happy. And one woman marched up front and started screaming at the ticket taker after the movie was over that it was the worst fucking movie she'd ever seen in her life.
Wow.
Was so angry and like wanted to take it out on the staff. And I was just like, wow. And I was like skating out of there on cloud 9. And it was just like, everybody's got differences tastes.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone's got a different taste. So, but yeah. Oh man. We'll have to talk about that movie in depth at some point.
Okay.
I discussed it on my podcast for 2.5 hours. I feel like I rushed that.
Oh, fuck.
The amount of shit I could say about that movie is ridiculous. We'll get there, but anyway.
Okay, I'll have to give it a rewatch.
It's somewhere on my list. We'll see.
I figured.
Anyway, so all right, we're swinging back around to me. All right, another film that's going to heavily split audiences and is a super slow burn. Here's what's funny about this movie. When I saw this movie the first time, I didn't like it at all. And for a couple of years, friends of mine were like, it's amazing. And I'm just like, bro, I don't get it. It's so slow and nothing happens. And so I went back and I rewatched it. and I was like, and I got in the right frame of mind for it because I like realized it was a slow burn and it had who was like my number one like Hollywood crush and everything, and I was like, I gotta like this movie. This guy's fucking ridiculous here. I went back and rewatched it, and I was blown away to the point where it's now in my top 10 of the decade. A film I didn't even like on the first viewing, then it jumps into my top 10 on the second viewing. I mean, you want to talk about a jump? Holy fuck. Anyway, this movie was originally called February, but it is now more well known as The Black Coat's Daughter. This movie is just pure atmospheric dread from beginning to end. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me the first time I watched this, but this is as creepy, almost as creepy as a film could possibly get. Just the like kind of satanic tones of the film and the jump in time and like the awkwardness and the oddness of the way everything's filmed. And this was written and directed by Anthony Perkins' son from Psycho. His name's Osgood Perkins, but and he also made Gretel and Hansel from last year, which I loved. But Black Coat's Daughter, man, it's not for everybody, as a lot of my movies are going to be, but it's dark and it's dreary and it's fucked up and wonderful performances. And yeah, Emma Roberts is, as this person here says, is a bae.
That's your celebrity crush, Emma Roberts?
She was definitely my number one for a long time. But it changes. It changes usually like every couple months. Allison Brie is my hottie right now. But Emma Roberts, baby. It was when I watched. I don't know what it was that got me on her. I think it was Scream Queens.
Yeah,
and just there's something about Chanel and Chanel #1 in that show that is so fucking like funny and bitchy and sexy. And I don't know what it is, but she is the worst and the best all at once. I love that show. I'm so sad.
Good show.
I'm so sad it left, but anyway. So number 8, Matt.
My number 8 is it wasn't on the list earlier today, but I had to rethink it and I had to put it on, and I'm going to make Good Will Hunting very happy. Ooh. Number 8, I got You're Next. I rewatched it the other day. Wow. That movie is so fucking fun. The kills are awesome. They're gory. The final girl's probably one of the best I've ever seen, kicking people's ass and shit. It's never a dull moment. Maybe the beginning a little bit when all the family starting to roll in and whatnot. But once all the family gets there for that like reunion thing they're having, once that arrow comes through, shut up, Chris Snyder, I'm not a sellout. I just realized
you were afraid.
It's a really good movie, and it's like action. Like I said, once it starts, it does not stop until it's over. And the kills are awesome. The blender kill on the top of the head is fantastic. Yeah. I love it. I had to put it on the list. I had to.
I think what's funny about that movie and that scene that you were talking about with the arrow is that, Ty West is a director that does very slow films. I mean, films I personally love, like House of the Devil and The Innkeepers. But it's really funny because the film is quite slow up until his death. So it's almost like they kill off Ty West, who's like a slow director, and then it speeds up. It's almost like his character is slowing the film down, and then as soon as he's dead, the thing can like hit the accelerator. It's pretty funny, actually. But yeah, it's a fun film for sure, and it has what I would definitely say is the best final girl of the decade, easily. Erin is amazing. Yes. So, that's the kind of final girl I write.
Yeah.
I want to see some ass kicking. I don't want to see no Laurie Strode throwing down the fucking weapon 3 times in a row. I love Halloween. It's like, Laurie, hold on. What are you doing?
Fucking pick it up. Yes. Pick it up. The more I watch the original Halloween, the more she just annoys me.
Yeah. She's not my favorite final girl by any means.
No, she's not my favorite. No.
No. But I still love her because she's attached to that movie. But
yeah,
of course.
But yeah, she's annoying as fuck at times.
Yes. Agreed.
And especially her laugh on the phone with Annie.
Her laugh. I think her whining, her like crying is really annoying because it's like, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like
The keys.
Okay.
Yes, I hate it. Yeah, it really gets.
I can't say I hate it. I can't say I hate it because it's my favorite film, and but I would say if I had to think about it, she's my least favorite part of Halloween, which is interesting to me.
Yeah,
because she's the main character of the movie. But I don't know. But Annie's my girl in that movie for sure.
Annie?
Oh yeah. I love Annie.
Like looks wise or like personality or looks?
Yeah. I think she's the prettiest girl in the movie.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got a big crush on her. I always have.
I would definitely go for Linda.
Yeah. Yeah, that's most everybody's pick. It's okay. I'm an odd guy. I like odd things. It's okay. I've made peace with my oddness.
That's good. At least you embrace it.
Indeed I do. Darkness. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. I know. So I hope you get your wish. I'm not going to say
Matt
anything.
Will put it on there. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking right.
It'll be on Matt.
Never seen it, so I don't know.
Of course.
There's no way. There's no way.
Slow.
I fucking love it. I love it. Anyway, moving on. All right. What are we on? Destiny, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 8. The placing might surprise you too, but I have Midsommar.
Oh wow! I was expecting this way higher.
Yeah.
Way higher. Wow.
Again, I don't know. Again, I have like a weird this one also kind of like, I hate to use the word triggered, but that's like what Hereditary did for me for that little bit with the whole COVID thing. This one also kind of triggered me with the whole her like shrooms trip.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just say I had a similar bad trip before. So seeing it, I was like back in that mindset. I was like, what the fuck is happening to me today? But this one also kind of hit a lot of I guess like personal feelings with me with like the opening scene and just like the relationship. So it hit me all in like a lot of other ways it might not hit everyone. So and I find this one easier to watch than Hereditary, and I think that's also just because of the setting. It's a lot brighter, and Hereditary to me is a lot darker, and it just feels more like cold, I guess. So I prefer Midsommar.
Yeah.
And I like the themes better, I guess, and I feel more invested with the characters. But I really liked it. Again, not everyone's favorite, but I guess it's pretty divisive. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
And I say that against, I'll say fuck them to, films I hate. Films I hate. You might give it a list. There'll be something on your list that I don't like, I'm sure. And fuck me. I don't care. That's good. Put that up there. Here, your boyfriend's in the group, Matt. So he's with you. Anyway, Destiny, I was the same with Midsommar. The shroom strips was fucked, and the relationship stuff was definitely triggering in a way.
But I was not the only one. Yeah.
No. And I think that's another thing. It's like films are going to resonate with people because of their experiences in life differently. If you had like an abusive parent and you watch a movie about an abusive parent, it's going to fucking hit you different than somebody who grew up with an amazing parent. Or if you're a parent and you have a kid and you watch a movie with a fucking kid who's being taken or harmed or something, you're going to have a different experience than someone who's like, I fucking hate kids. You know what I mean? So of course everyone's tastes are going to be wildly different. And I think you'll see a theme running through a decent amount of the films that I love. And it's typically attached to to deep psychological family drama.
Mhm.
You know, it appeals to me because of my own personal experience with it. And I think it's what emotionally resonates with me. It's what I see as scary, because I can attach myself to those situations and think of how easy in certain settings it would be to lose it, to not be able to keep your shit together and go fucking crazy. So yeah, I completely understand that stuff. And I've been like that my whole life. I mean, I've been like that my whole horror movie watching life. You know, The Shining was a film I just played on repeat my whole childhood. So yeah, the family drama has always gotten to me. So yeah, Midsommar is that high. That's shocking to me.
No, but it's on the fucking list at least.
I'm super curious. I think I know what number one is, right?
I feel like if whoever knows me should know my number one. Same thing with Matt. Like, if you don't know his number one, you're probably not his friend. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know what his number one is.
Well, then I guess you're not his friend.
We're way more.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what his.
Like, you know, in bed together. No,
well, I mean,
or what?
We don't have to talk.
Huh? I mean, I'm trying to think. Let me. What would be his number one? I actually have no clue.
That's so surprising.
I'll be curious on if it's in the top, if it's on my top 100.
I don't think it is, because I know where it ranks somewhere.
I don't think it is.
But Destiny went through my 100, so she should know.
Oh fuck! My memory's not that good.
No, I know. You told me you hadn't even seen fucking 50 of them.
Half of them at least.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum, half, maybe like 60%.
That's good though. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Better than Matt's 15. So.
Shut up.
That's true. That's true. Of my list, you should go through my top 100 list when we're done, Matt, and we'll see. I bet it's about 15. And then you'll apologize to Destiny.
Yeah, for telling me to shut up in front of all these nice people.
So if it's even one more above 15, then I win.
Yeah, then you can tell me to shut up again. That's fine.
Okay.
Deal.
He'll fudge it. I mean, that's his name, right? Fudgy. So he'll fudge the list. That's where you got that nickname. He fudges lists to be right. He's like, I've seen 16.
Yeah.
I watched Midsommar while we were doing the show.
Yeah.
All right. So number 7. This is going to be a movie that is going to be argued against as not horror. And I'm going to tell you, fuck you. So go for it. Hit me in the comments. I don't really care. So I did not put The Witch into my top 10 as much as I would have liked to have done so. But it did make my number 17, although I'd have to probably readjust this list. I don't know. Fuck it. But The Witch was not on here, but Robert Eggers' sophomore effort, The Lighthouse, is on here as number 7. This is a film that is like pure artistic buffoonery. I love it. I love Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe's banter. I could listen to fart jokes from them to oblivion. I could listen to fucking Willem Dafoe ask Robert Pattinson's character if he's fond of his lobster for like an hour. I found that shit to be so fucking funny in the theater. You're fond of me lobster, though. I know it. It's so, I don't know why, but that movie killed me. And the dark, horror themes of it with the mermaids and him, I love movies that deal with whether or not the characters are losing their minds. I'm a big fan of that kind of horror. I've always gravitated towards like this question of psychosis. Like, is this character crazy? That's why I like the first Candyman so much, and I really wish that there was never a sequel, because it's like the perfect ambiguous ending of like, is this in her head or is there really a Candyman? And I love that. And I feel like you can watch the film both ways, and both ways work completely. So that's why that film is so great at what it does. And I feel like The Lighthouse is another example of that. Like, how long have these guys been on this island? You know, who broke down? Are they actually seeing the things that they're seeing? What did Robert Pattinson see in The Lighthouse? Like, I love these like ambiguous questions that you can go back and forth, and not ambiguous in the way that it's lazy. I hate laziness in writing where it's like, I'm going to leave things ambiguous because I'm going to try to be pretentious and artistic. That's not the way I felt about The Lighthouse. I feel like Robert Eggers has proved himself to be a very smart guy who has an amazing ability to write scripts, and he's very period centric with his films. I can't wait for his next film set in the Viking era. But fuck, man, The Lighthouse is an artistic powerhouse of a film, all shot in that 4:3 aspect ratio, shot on cameras from the 30s with lenses from the 40s. I got to respect the fuck out of it. It's such an ambitious film and two fantastic performances from two wonderful actors. I love the fucking movie. So, number 7, The Lighthouse, blow me.
Matt, I think that was an offer.
Why'd you spill your beans?
Okay.
Why'd you spill your beans? Who has seen this movie? Destiny?
I don't want to admit that I've only seen the kill count, but I've only seen the kill count.
Ah.
Yeah, he used to be saying that a lot.
And Matt, no way.
Matt, no,
okay.
No.
Gotta be.
I'm not getting much love from Miss Carter. I'm not getting much love. This is 2 picks in a row that they'd rather slam their head into a wall, and that's okay. You can slam your head into a wall. I'm gonna watch it. All right, number 7, Matt.
Going with the streak of fucking action-packed movies that I've had so far, I went with the Crazies remake from 2010 with Timothy Olyphant.
That came in the 2010s, huh? Oh wow.
It's one that's like another one. That's another zombie type movie that I find myself watching more than the others. Probably because Timothy Olyphant, I think he's a great actor, and I like anything that I've ever seen him in. So, and the fact that it's kind of like the virus story plus like a love story as well. Whenever he gets separated from his wife, and the fact that he's trying to get back to her, because obviously being married, I can kind of relate to that kind of shit if that would happen to me. So I can definitely see where he's coming from and what he goes through in that film. And the truck stop scene at the end was fantastic. The atmosphere in that truck stop scene, fighting off, I guess, I'm assuming they're fucking virus truckers, but I love that scene, and I love that the government is still trying to like fuck. So they're getting fucked from the government and by the virus infected people as well. So it's like a double-edged sword they're going through. So I just fucking adore that movie.
Have you seen it, Destiny?
I have not, but I own it, and I know I need to because Timothy is so hot. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. I saw it when it came out, and I didn't care for it, but I will definitely rewatch it because so many people love it. And I mean, I love Timothy Olyphant. I like Daniel Panabaker. I like Rhoda Mitchell. You know, I like the people behind it. You know, the director of that movie, not so much, but that's okay. I'll check it out again. If Matt is now, it's like a monster because I remember like the crazy opening scene on the baseball field.
Oh yeah, my God.
But yeah, I don't know why I didn't like the movie, but honestly, I'll give it another chance. Have you seen the original from 1973?
No. I've heard that it wasn't very good, so I just never went out of my way to watch it.
It's a Romero movie, man. Got to check that out at some point.
I probably will.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
No, the fuck he won't.
No.
Timothy Olyphant is, you know, he's very good as a dramatic actor, but his comedic timing is amazing. Like Santa Clarita Diet, he's so funny in that show. I mean, it's really impressive. And then, you know, he played Cad Bane in The Mandalorian recently. I'm a big Oliphant fan. I have been, you know, for a long time. I'm trying to think. The first time I would have saw him is probably what, in like Scream 2?
Scream 2. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
like,
it for me.
Or shit. I remember that movie Go back in the day. You guys probably never heard of that movie.
No.
99.
He was in Girl Next Door.
He's in Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg. I love that movie. And he's in Gone in 60 Seconds as well. He's one of the detectives in that movie. It's a fun film. Anyway. But yeah, I'd say Scream 2. I want to say that was like one of his first films. So, because that was 97. So anyway. And Destiny, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
Let's hit it up.
Number 7, I have Ready or Not.
Ready or Not? Yeah, go ahead and give us your pick.
That was my pick. It was Ready or Not.
Ready or Not? Here's my pick.
Ready or Not. I don't think I've ever personally related to a final girl more than Grace.
Okay.
She had a lot of characteristics that I think I also have a lot of her I just related to. I think she's hilarious. I love throughout the movie that you don't really know if what's happening is true or not. I was a huge fan of the ending. I know not everyone loves the ending. Some people wish it went the other way, but I really love the ending. I love the very last shot of her sitting there smoking, covered in blood.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. The family, I thought it was funny in all the right moments, but it was also still very serious. So I like that it had both. I don't know. I loved it. My favorite part is with the sister when she has the Coke on her nose and then she's does this to her. I just thought that was even though she's doing cocaine, I thought that was just kind of a cute moment because she's just helping her out. But it's a lot of fun. That's what I like my movies to be, usually fun.
The connections there for me would be number one, is that Emma Roberts was my celebrity crush for a couple years, and it wasn't until I saw Samara Weaving that she was who ended up replacing her for a good long while. So that's pretty funny. And then also
sirens. Sorry.
Yeah, me. They're coming. Okay. They're coming for me.
Sorry.
Someone bashed their head into the wall because they didn't want to watch any of my movies, and they got to come get them. And speaking of Scream, the directors of Ready or Not are the ones that are helming Scream 5, or as we like to call every fucking film these days, just the title.
Scream.
Oh my God, can we please stop doing that? Can we please stop doing this sequel thing where you just name it the title? Please stop. Just how about Scream Reborn or Scream Again or whatever.
Scream Again. I thought that would be kind of fun.
Easy. Why Scream? Why just Scream? I hate having to say Halloween 2018.
Yeah, I bet Matt does too.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating.
Oh fuck.
It's legit. What's funny here is Matt.
Nothing.
No.
I'm sorry.
Haters.
Yeah, see, look right here. Imagine if a Saw movie was just called Saw. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
Me either.
If the new one that was coming out instead of Spiral was just called Saw, I wouldn't fucking be surprised at all. It's really it's become such a thing to do. I was really thinking about the movies that have come out recently and thinking about this new trend that they have with these direct sequels that are just called that same fucking title again. Even going back to The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Mm-hmm.
It's a meta sequel, but it's got the same fucking title. Why? I would never do that. I think okay, let's try to break down the psychology of this. There has to be a marketing reason for this. I would assume that numerical like entries into a franchise, people kind of shit on sequels.
Mhm.
So like it's almost like tricking the audience into believing that it's like fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, like Scream with a subtitle will be like, oh God, they're doing another one. But Scream, it's like, oh, I like Scream. I'll go see Scream.
Yeah, I think it's really just a
That makes
marketing
sense.
thing because they said if you include like a number, so if it was like Scream 5, you're gonna have less people
Trash.
go see it because if they haven't seen the previous Screams, they're not gonna go see the 5th one, even if it's sort of like a reboot, whatever. So you just call it Scream.
Yeah. And Candyman,
Yeah,
Charles points
Candyman.
this out. It's supposed to be a spiritual sequel.
Yeah,
I'm calling it right now, though. You heard it here first, okay?
right
The
here.
main guy in the movie, Yahya Yabadin, however the fuck you say that guy's name, the main character of that movie, he's the killer.
Yeah.
He's going to realize in the end of the movie he's actually Candyman and he's been killing everyone. Calling it right now. Call it Stab. There you go. I like that.
I
like
thought,
that.
yes, Chad. There
Go
we
with
go. We
Stab.
agree on something. I thought Stab.
We agree on one thing.
On
First
one
thing
thing
ever.
out of all the things.
It's a good idea.
Stab would have been fucking great, but no.
Honey Force. I don't know. Do you? What are you asking me
That's a
for?
good
Ask
question.
yourself. Good question. I like that movie, don't I?
Yeah.
What a proclamation. All right. Number 6. Hey, guess what? It's another film that's extremely split.
No way.
That's all right. That's all
Coming
right.
from you? No.
Never. I swear.
Never.
I swear on absolutely everything that I don't do this on purpose. I really just don't. You know what I think it is?
What?
Is that I think films that are split are typically movies that are risky and they take chances and they try new things, and half the people are like sitting there and they're like, I'm not familiar with any of this stuff. This is too weird to me. I'm not getting this. This is too unique. And I don't like it. As much as people bitch that they want original content, when they get it, they seem to fucking hate it. Yeah. So I think that's really what it comes down to. And I think if I'm really looking at my list, I feel like with every entry here, I can't really think of another film like it. I just realized that right now. I can't honestly think of a film that I could compare to it. It's kind of like almost wholly original. It's interesting. I didn't do that on purpose. I just realized that. Anyway, number 6. This film was written and directed by Alex Garland, who I'm a big fan of. He started off his directorial debut just before this with Ex Machina, and this was a film that is so beautiful to look at, not only because Natalie Portman is in it and Jennifer Jason Leigh, but also because of just the wild, gorgeous imagery and the truly haunting elements in this film. And it's a total psychological breakdown. You got to really think about what the fuck is going on here. And this movie, of course, is called Annihilation. God, this is the kind of film that just, you know, it seeps into my mind. Like, if you haven't seen this movie, either of you, Annihilation?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, anyone in the audience who has seen it, there is a bear in the movie, and that's all I'm going to say on it. But it is one of the most haunting things you will ever hear or see in your fucking life. And just the questions that the film asks. That's another thing. You know, I like to get real deep, if you know what I mean, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Super deep.
It's not big enough, though.
True. That's why I want to get deep, because I've never been able to.
This
deep
is
for me, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't talk about it too much because you guys have never seen it. But regardless,
Whoops.
I think Destiny should at least watch it. Matt,
Haha.
No.
I'm not recommending anything to you.
Good. If it's
I
not
will watch
fast
it.
paced, no.
I will watch it at some point.
Hey, I'm getting some love in the comments at least. Unless Miss Carter comes in and says she's now bashed her head into the wall and is now dead. She bashed her head into the keyboard and it's just gonna look like a bunch of letters. That's okay. That's okay. But I highly recommend it, obviously. I recommend everything. Everything.
I know you do.
So we haven't had a single crossover film yet, right?
No,
Nope.
Nobody said the same titles yet. Okay.
not yet.
Not yet. It's okay because you guys haven't seen like half the films I've mentioned. So that's not possible.
True.
Yeah, well, I've seen Hack-O-Lantern.
Yeah, there you go. $10 if you guys mention a movie in your list that I haven't seen. I'll send it right to you.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not
Not
gonna
for me.
Yeah. I think that's all I
$15,
got,
little
so.
man. Put that shit in my hand. Let's do this. What do we got? Number 6, Matt?
Number 6, this could be our first crossover between me and Destiny, I think. It's from 2019.
Oh,
And what?
nothing. Go
Haunt
ahead.
from 2019. I've just seen it a couple months ago. It's right up my alley, obviously, being the slasher type haunted house kind of movie. Honestly, I always saw the cover. I thought it looked really cool, but I didn't know what it was about, or it wasn't like advertised or anything that much. But it's fantastic. The kills are awesome. I love all the characters in the movie. All the villains are fucking badass. The only thing I don't really like is how they get to the haunted house, because I personally wouldn't have fucking just driven down this dirt road in the middle of the fucking nowhere. But I guess these people are braver than I am. But the haunted house itself was so like cheaply put together and shit. But it still had like what you really would see if you went to a haunted house in like your local town or whatnot. So that kind of added to it, because it could happen in any town, anywhere. And I always think about that when I go to haunted houses. You don't know, people could get killed in there and fucking dragged away or whatever. You have no idea that this shit really happens. So I think that kind of added to the scariness of the film. And the ending was fucking badass, because I honestly didn't see that coming at all. I won't spoil it because it isn't even that new. It isn't that old. So, but the ending is badass. I liked it a lot.
I don't think killers care about production value, so it makes a lot of sense. They're like, I'm not decorating shit.
Yeah. Well, I watched the I guess the making of on the Blu-ray, and they like purposely did it like that, as if like the day before they just set this up. That's why like the paint, there's still paint that looks like it's dripping. That's why there's like fucking pallet boards as like the walls. So all on purpose. Have you seen Eden Lake?
Good shit.
Yes, I have.
Of course you have.
Of course I have.
Yeah.
Eden Lake's great. It's a very good movie.
Yeah, of course.
It's got Michael Fassbender in it. So, I mean, that guy's swinging major hog, but that was from 2008. So that's not going to make this list. But it wouldn't make my top 10 anyways. But I do really like that movie. It's got a really fucked up ending. Almost to a point where you're like, I really wish that would have not ended like that. Kind of a bummer.
Is that the one with like the daughter
kids
in the pictures?
Daughter in the pictures.
There's like a daughter.
Oh,
I always get
no.
See, I don't. I always feel like I get Eden Lake, and there's
the movie ends in a bathroom
or something.
I'll say that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Lake Mungo, yeah, Lake Mungo's creepy as fuck.
Is that the one with the daughter in the pictures?
Yeah, that's like a found footage mockumentary style film.
I get those mixed up a lot.
That's definitely one of the better mockumentary like films I've seen, as far as like how realistic it feels the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's very slow, but everyone loves it, which is really bizarre. Honestly, I feel like that's a movie I don't feel like a lot of people would love, but they do, and I love it. But I'm that really surprises me.
I haven't seen
Anyways, Destiny, number 6, right?
Yep.
Yes. So I guess this will be our first technical crossover. I also have your next.
There you go.
Yeah, here we go. Everything Matt said, I kind of like that it's a little bit slower at first. Well, you start out like with your like cold open. But I like that you're kind of getting invested in all the characters. I think it's fun to see like everyone's dynamic with each other because you kind of get a feel for the family before shit really goes down. Even before like the arrow through the window, just when they start arguing at the table. I love that part. I think there's a lot of kind of like Ready or Not. There's a lot of like comedic moments, and then 2 seconds later, it can get serious really fast. Erin is a fantastic final girl. She's what you want your final girl to be. Total badass. And I hope if I'm ever in a situation like that, I would be Erin, but I know I wouldn't. But
we all want to be Erin.
Yes, because she's just fucking great. I also, the fucking scene with the brother with the arrow in his back, and he's like, I would run, but I have the arrow in the back. He's like, what does the arrow have to do? And she's like, there's a fucking arrow. I love that part. I rewatched it, I guess it was like last week or the week before that. And that was the first time in a long time, but I was so invested in it, in every scene. And then you have Barbara Crampton come back, of course. So I loved it. And I love the twist. I think it has a great twist that I did not see coming the first time. The twist blew me away. And then it makes it more fun when you rewatch it because you notice like little things between the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best twists hide in plain sight. You know,
Mm-hmm.
They're able to show you things that should be obvious to you, but they hide it in such a way that it isn't upon rewatch that you go, motherfucker, how did I not pick up on that? You know, so that is that. I will say that I resisted every temptation there because I was like, oh man, can I do it to her again? Because you did your Ready or Not, and I made that Ready or Not joke, and then you were like, you're next, and I'm like, no, Destiny, you're next.
I'm glad you did it.
I was like, oh, don't do it.
I would have to just get off because I can't keep taking this anymore. Yeah.
Speaking of getting off, I just realized while you were talking that it looks like this is like my jack off station. I just have a fucking thing of lotion up here. I'm just like, all right, guys, I gotta get off.
Literally. Well, it's good to have it handy, you know.
It's good to have it on my hands.
Yeah.
To give myself a handy. So yeah, you're next. So yeah, and we were pleasing who with this?
Brett Mann.
Brett Mann, right?
Yes,
from Good Real.
He loves this movie. Yes, he actually sent it to me, so I'm glad because I was able to rewatch it. 2
for 2. Now we need Jason for the clean sweep. It ain't happening. It ain't on my list. So you can just put that to bed right now. Sorry, Dana. Sorry.
You did already tell him though that it wouldn't be on your list.
Yeah. True.
You did say that. So
true. I like it. Did it make my? Let me see. Hold on. Did it make my top 100 list though? I don't know if it did. It might have. Ooh, I don't think it did. Didn't even get close, man.
Jeez, out of 100.
Jesus Christ, is it really not anywhere on here? I'm not seeing it.
Wow.
Nope. Not even in my top 100. I like it though. I like it. You got to remember though, it's not like I saw 120 films. Okay, I saw a lot. So give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. What are we at? We're at number 5.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're getting back on a plane. We are not going to China this time. This time we're going to the wonderful country of South Korea, who makes arguably the best films on planet Earth consistently. The country, if you guys like any South Korean fans in here know what I'm talking about. this South Korea makes the best fucking films. And this is probably my favorite South Korean film ever made. And this film is all about revenge and the price and the toll that it takes on the person seeking that revenge. And this movie is called I Saw the Devil. Anybody who's seen it is immediately going to agree with me. It's phenomenal. I've never seen a person say they dislike this movie. Never once in my life. We'll see. Although in this chat, I might get one or two. That's okay. So this guy's wife is murdered by this serial killer, and he's a cop. And well, he's not a cop. I'm sorry. He's a retired police detective who's now a bodyguard. And so he takes it upon himself to make this, he figures out who the killer is, and then he goes and he makes this killer's life a living fucking hell because he wants to show that this guy, he wants him to show mercy, and he wants him to fucking beg for mercy. He wants to show that this guy has some kind of remorse. He wants to break this guy, and no matter what he does, he doesn't seem to be able to break this fucking psychopath. It's incredible. It has one of the greatest action sequences inside a car. It's fucking fantastic. You see, look at this. I Saw the Devil is fucking incredible. And wait, where'd it go? I Saw the Devil is a masterpiece. Look at this.
Masterpiece.
I agree, 100%. 10 out of 10. Masterpiece. 100 fucking billion%. Anyways, watch I Saw the Devil, people. Come on now.
Got it. I'll add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Oh, Matt, you'll like that one.
Will I?
It's not slow. It's fucking brutal. And
good.
Oh, it's yeah, it's very fast paced. Very fast paced. He sets this guy into the wild and just ruins his life. It's great stuff. Trust me. Anyways, see, Asian horror is next level. Thank you, Kaylee. You know what you're talking about. Let's go. Number 5, Matt.
My number 5.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. I actually like Goosebumps. I ain't gonna lie.
I do too.
My kids watch that all the time, so I watch it.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I like both of them.
Yeah. I like the second one too. I like the first one better, but I do like the second one.
Agreed. They're fun.
I went with a remake actually. I went with the Evil Dead remake from 2013.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, I think that movie's fantastic. Dealing with seeing the drug addiction in that film and actually seeing it in real life, like you said before, you kind of connect to something differently than other people.
Sure.
And I definitely saw people going through the same shit that she's going through in that film, trying with going through withdrawal and shit. So it's definitely relatable to me personally. But this is gonna sound dumb, and none of you will probably not believe this, but I've never seen the original, so I've only ever seen this one.
I'm not surprised.
Hey, honestly, Matt, the remake, I saw the remake first, and I didn't watch the other 3 until last year. And I saw that one when it first came out, so I'm right there with you, bud.
I did buy the other 3. I'm gonna get to watching them eventually, but this one is just so bloody and gory. In the ending scene when the fucking blood rain. What?
What?
You never seen the first one. That's all that was. Anyway, go on.
I don't think I like the first one better than the remake. I could probably almost guarantee that. Is Matt from Pittsburgh? People must be able to tell that by my accent because I get that a lot. I don't know.
I thought you were country.
A lot of people ask me that. They say, "Are you close to Pittsburgh?" And I say, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, I could tell." I'm like, "Okay."
You're arrogant.
I'm arrogant.
Fucking Steelers fans.
I hate the Steelers. I hate them. But
go out on your sidewalk and scream that right now, and you'll probably get beaten to death.
I do it every day during football season. I fucking hate them. Yes, I didn't even know. I said yins again.
I never realized that, and I had no idea what you said when you said that.
I never realized how much I say yins. I guess I do say it a lot.
Put it into a sentence. I don't understand.
Yeah, what are yins doing tonight?
Oh,
what are y'all doing tonight? Is that
Yeah, like
y'all's version
that's
of
your
y'all?
Southern style, and mine's yins. But that's only
Okay,
like
yins is a derivative of what word?
That's a good point. I have no idea.
Oh my god.
What's
Yins?
Yins.
You.
Yins? I don't know.
I got nothing. Ins?
I don't know. I didn't make it up.
Yins?
I didn't make it up.
I just say it.
Yins. Never heard of such a
Yins.
thing in all my
I don't
fucking.
fucking know.
Where am I from, guys? Where am I from?
You sound
What
just
am I?
like any other guy in the
Any
world.
other guy?
You're like any other.
Any other guy in the world? You sound like
Any-
all accents combined.
That's what you are. You're that special. But yeah, that's my number 5.
Yeah, no, I mean, I dude, that when I saw that in theaters, I was kind of blown away by how graphic the film was.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen a film in the horror genre that graphic in a while. Because I'm trying to think of like, so that came out in 2013. So like, I'm trying to think of like what would have been coming around, because basically supernatural horror took over, you know, in the early 2000s. Like, you know, once Paranormal Activity dropped on the scene, then most studios wanted to go after paranormal movies. And so we just got a plethora of them. And the Evil Dead remake was just this insanely visually stunning, hyper graphic, wonderfully paced, like, you know, pseudo sequel. It has Ash at the end. So for me, it's like a sequel. I would love to see Jane Levy's character show up. Mia, right?
Yeah.
I hope that, I would love to see her show up in that Evil Dead game that's coming out that has like everyone from the franchise in it. So I'd love to see that connection, to see them both together. But I think it's fantastic. I think I think that Evil Dead is the most consistent franchise in horror, between the TV show and the movies and even the video games. I mean, everything about the series is just a blast to me. And you've never seen the original at all, or you said you've never once?
Never seen it.
Oh, but you already claimed that it's not better.
I can't imagine me liking it more than that.
Fucking prick. You fucking prick.
I'll watch it and I'll tell you that I like the remake better, and then you can be like, okay.
You know, I'm not convinced that you won't like it better, because it's so 80s and it's so graphic and it's cheesy, and you like movies like, you know, Intruder and such, right? So like, I think that's, you know, that's got that similar kind of graphic violence that's like done on a very shoestring budget, but they like made it work. Have you seen Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness?
Nope.
Oh my God. Have you seen Ash versus Evil Dead?
Nope.
You've seen one Evil Dead film, and that's it.
That was it.
And it's in your top 5, and you've not seen any of the films. That's
nope.
What the fuck?
Hey, you said the list.
Why not? Why not?
Why haven't I seen
it? Film, no? Like, you like this one so much, you would think that you would like be like, well, fuck, now I got to check out the other ones if this is like what it's like.
Like I said, I bought them. I have them. I have them. I just haven't got around to watching them yet.
Okay.
I will.
I hate you. Moving on. Anyway. All right. Destiny.
Well, first I just want to say, Matt, you should at least watch the original.
I will.
Because I thought I thought the 2013 one would be my favorite, but the original is my favorite because it is cheesy and then little fun story. The first time I watched the 2013 one, it actually made me throw up. And there's only been like 2 movies that have actually like physically made me throw up, and Evil Dead was one of them. 2013. So
the other one was your own birth.
Yeah, I watched the home video, and like as soon as my head popped out, I lost it. Anyways, my number 5, I actually have Final Destination 5. Yeah.
Someone's on your side.
Who?
Wait, where'd it go? There it is.
Thanks, Chad.
Oh, and here, I
Hashtag
think.
it's
Isn't this
okay,
it too?
Matt. Yeah.
Okay.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Yeah. I give him enough shit. No, honestly, keep going. It's funny.
No, it is.
Final Destination 5. We were just talking about this.
Yeah, I rewatched it last night. It's my favorite in the franchise besides the original. Yeah, I did tell you that. It's my favorite besides the original.
Yeah.
I love the ending. Won't spoil it, but the ending. The first time I watched it was fucking mind blowing because I didn't see any of the little parts that give it away at all.
Right.
I love the characters. It has awesome kills. I love the opening. The bridge scene is one of my favorite openings. I think the scene when they're at the restaurant with the three of them talking, I feel like that scene is just, it's fucking amazing. Any Korean horror on the list. Not on mine or Matt's, but on Jason's, yes. Yeah, that's all I have to really say. I love it, obviously.
Final Destination 5 definitely has my favorite kill in the franchise with the gymnast death. I think is just brutal. And I've said many times, I don't understand how that doesn't really happen in real life. Right. Those fucking guys.
I don't get it either.
Like, I feel like we should be hearing of like 1 or 2 of those stories a year.
At least, especially during like the Olympics. Like,
yeah.
How does that not happen? And that's like my favorite part of the Olympics is the like gymnastics part.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I thought you were like when people break their necks. It's my favorite part of it.
I mean,
they die right there.
Yeah. How many people will die at the Olympics you watch?
What the fuck? No.
Destiny's watching the Special Olympics.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god.
That's a horrible joke. Okay. No, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I think the Final Destination franchise is the most overlooked franchise when it comes to kills in horror. I think that they have such incredibly inventive kills, and they're super fucking graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel like that franchise just does not get the love and respect that it deserves, at least for that alone. It's a gory ass franchise. And there's some really, really fun, exciting deaths. But that gymnast death, man, that like, I don't squirm. I don't gasp. I don't ever get anything. I don't vomit. Okay. But that death really just, when it happened, I was just like, God damn it.
Because it's so quick. Because you have all that like suspense and that build up with her on the like the beanpole or whatever. And you think she's going to step on the screw, but she doesn't. And when it does happen, when she's in the air, as soon as she hits the ground, there's that crack, and she's fucking dead. And there's like that little bit of like a twitch that she does. The twitch.
Twitch of the death nerve.
There you go. Yeah, Matt, have you seen that one?
No. Wait, which one? Final Destination 5? Yeah.
No,
Twitch of the death nerve. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen all 5?
Yes.
Sweet.
So, all right. Number 4. This is a monster movie. This is a creature feature. This one is the only film that I could kind of, compare to something. And I've always kind of called this the movie. I've always kind of said that this movie is like the original Blair Witch if something actually ended up happening. Like, I love the Blair Witch, don't get me wrong. It's just that not much happens in the movie. But with this film, this is all about going out into the woods, creepy shit happening, and then everything goes completely crazy in the end. Obviously, these are all in my top 10. I keep trying to say like I love this movie, but of course I love this movie. This was a Netflix original film that I threw on, not knowing it. I did not know it was coming out. I didn't know what the fuck it was. It dropped at midnight when I was scanning, And I was like, oh, this just dropped. I'm going to throw this on. And I was blown the fuck away. And this movie is called The Ritual, directed by David Bruckner, who has a new movie supposedly coming out this year called The Night House, which I really, really hope ends up happening. But this movie, yet again, just like a lot of like, it's not family drama, but it's like best friend drama. So it's almost very similar. Have either of you seen The Ritual?
Yes, I can proudly say.
Finally.
I've seen The Ritual.
How many movies in a row have I said that you guys haven't seen?
Well, what are we on now? 4?
Wait,
right?
You've never seen Dream Home, Babadook, Blackcoat's Daughter, Lighthouse,
Sorry.
Annihilation? Wait.
I have seen The Babadook.
Okay, but nothing else.
No. But I've heard of all of them except for maybe your number 10. Whatever the Korean one was.
Dream Home?
Yeah, I have not seen that. I think I've at least heard of the others.
So. Okay. But yeah, I mean, did you like it? The Ritual?
I did, yeah. And again, I didn't know anything about it. I was actually with my ex and we watched it because it was on Netflix. We put it on. And at first I was like, I don't want to fucking watch this because I didn't pick it out. So I was like, I want to watch whatever I want to watch. But we ended up watching it and I was just fucking, oh, it does kind of remind me of The Descent. Yeah, because it's a group of friends. And I like that there's scenes where it's cutting back to what had previously happened and caused this like trauma in the friend group. And I like that it focuses on that. And it's kind of like you're going in and out. And then the ending just fucking blew me away. And I love the music in it. I have most of the music on my phone, actually.
What's interesting about The Ritual is that, like, I've talked to a decent amount of people who have seen it that are like friends of mine or my father or my brother and people like, and the most common thing I hear about The Ritual is that they loved it until the reveal of what is doing it. And then they were like, that was stupid. I hated that. It ruined the movie. The movie was stupid, which is really surprising to me because like I was loving it and then that happened. And then it solidified how much I loved it because of how unique and how original and how bizarre and how creepy and how just incredible I thought that was. So yeah, that can make or break the film for you as far as I've seen. So did you like the reveal of what was doing it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie just as a whole. I really liked it.
Yeah. It's the Care Bears, Matt, just so you know. It's a big twist.
Huge
twist. The Care Bears come out. Care Bears stare. Nobody watched Care Bears, I'm guessing?
I did.
Anybody know what the Care Bear stare is?
Wasn't there one with like the rainbow one? There was a rainbow one.
That's Cheer Bear.
A Lucky Charms one, and
that's Lucky Bear.
I'm glad you know all this.
I do.
Yes, I'm glad.
I dated a girl that was really, 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 really hardcore into the Care Bears, and our living room was 100% horror, and our bedroom was 100% Care Bears. So like when you walked into our house, it was like the fucking weirdest, like, collection of shit. It was like a child's bedroom and like death everywhere in the living room. It was really weird.
That's a really good balance.
She actually she made herself an official Care Bear and got the Care Bear heart tattooed on her ass. And she made every Care Bear out of felt. And they were really amazing, but like I had to learn. I knew every Care Bear. I knew everything about the Care Bears because I like, I'm going to get into what my girlfriend's into. It's just what I do, even if I don't like it.
Wow. Great boyfriend.
Except for I loved it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I like, come on. It was actually my room. I made her tell everyone it was hers. She's like, I don't even like the fucking Care Bears. You're getting this tattoo.
She's like, fine, I guess it will keep up the charade.
She made me brand her, and she like moved when I went to brand her, and it fucked it all up. Oh, brutal. Yeah.
I don't know if you're being serious with that part or not. Did you actually brand her?
Yeah.
Wow.
We were like
with the
Cattle.
Like a hot iron?
Yeah. She really wanted to be branded, and
Wow.
she talked me into branding a heart onto her arm. And I actually was just marking her as mine.
Okay, that makes sense.
Bitch, mine. No, it really, she really wanted it. And then I tried to I was like, don't fucking move. It's going to mess it up. And then I went in and someone was holding her and everything. And she just, as soon as it hit her, she jumped and it just, and then I tried to line it back up to finish it. It did not go well. So she has this really weird, double heart, looks like a butt kind of thing. And it's forever. Yeah. Stupid kids. Stupid kids. We were about 20, 21. It's just, yeah.
Well, I can proudly say I'm 22 and I have not branded yet. So
No.
but maybe this year. There's always
this year
time. Yeah.
Matt's gonna come over
In a little bit.
In a
brand
little bit.
It. Yeah. I don't trust me. I'm not good at it.
Obviously, yeah. I need a good heart. I won't move though. I'll try not to.
Yeah.
I'll try not to. Yeah. Gotta figure out where I want it at first though. Yeah. What the fuck? How did we get here?
I don't know. This is welcome to my channel. This is
I like it. Branding, yeah. That's what happens. That's like the initiation. You have to get branded.
Yeah. She asked for it, man. I didn't want to do it. She begged it for it, and I was just like, "This is so stupid." But I was drinking a whole lot back then, and you could talk me into just about anything.
Damn, that's all it took. All right.
Moving on.
There. Yeah.
I love how all of a sudden it got into this place where I would seem like a creep. She asked for the fucking thing. Yeah, this is funny.
It's really on her.
Yeah.
Truly. But also I just wasn't expecting that, I guess. Because we went from what?
That's right.
She asked for it off. Oh God.
That's what happened.
When the cops showed up.
That's what happened. All right, number 3. Right, this is my turn.
Number 3. We're on 4.
Oh wait, you guys haven't done your 4s yet.
Yep.
No.
Just you talking like usual.
I'm just done. Yeah. I'm over it. I'm moving on.
Okay, get it.
If you want to fucking disagree, I'll brand your asses.
Perfect.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn then with number 4. My number 4 is a movie I actually just watched, I think a week ago. But I fucking fell in love with it right off the bat. I watched it again. I went with might be shocking, but I went with Girl House from 20. I think that is a fantastic film with some of the most beautiful ladies I've ever seen in movies. When it first started, I had no idea where the fuck it was going. I thought I was watching. Well, not the opening. Once it got past the creepy ass opening with the little kids and shit. That was enough to fucking to creep the shit out of you a little bit. Then it got turned into, I thought I was watching a porn. So I was a little bit more intrigued because it's porn. And then it took the porn and transferred over to straight slasher, which is what I love the best, obviously. He's reached the first lotion because that's what he did that whole movie. The killer, his mask was had like a Texas Chainsaw kind of vibe, but then it was kind of different at the same time. I thought it was creepy as shit. And his motives behind what he was doing, you kind of got where he was coming from. Nobody wanted him the way he looked and whatnot. And I mean, I wouldn't do what he did, but I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, right.
It was gory, brutal. The final girl was fucking sexy as hell. And she was
all of them are.
And she was good as hell. She was pretty badass herself. That night vision scene in the basement was fucking fire. And like when you said in your review that I watched, you expect her boyfriend to get there and to be the hero, but that's not the way this movie went, which is not what I was thinking was going to happen at all. I thought he was going to come in and save the day like it happens in 99% of the other movies, but she didn't need any help. She did it all on her own and took him out by himself. and I dug it. First, I definitely throw that in frequently now because it's so good, and I can't believe I never knew about it until now, and it doesn't get talked about at all.
How'd you find out about it?
I was just scrolling on it, Amazon Prime, I think, and I was like, I'm gonna click on this one today, and holy shit, I did not expect to enjoy something I never knew of anything about that much, and it's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah. Destiny, have you seen that?
I have not. No, but Matt was talking to me about it, so it's on the list.
Yeah. No, it's great. The mask in it, yeah, as you said, Texas Chainsaw, it kind of reminds me of when in the Jessica Biel 2003 remake, when Leatherface is wearing her boyfriend's face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is really fucked up. But yeah, it's a movie that actually scares the shit out of my brother, which is funny. If I send him pictures of that guy, he just like freaks out. It's so funny. But yeah, it's good. You know what movie should have been Girl House?
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Halloween Resurrection.
Yes.
Yeah. If Halloween Resurrection was Girl House, but with Michael Myers,
fantastic.
That would have been fucking rad. But oh well, we got Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes instead. Such a good movie.
Yes.
It's my favorite.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Good shit.
Really
God damn.
Great.
Yes. All right. Yeah, everyone needs to watch Girl House. Great film for sure. And it definitely made my top 100 somewhere. I'm going to have to look for it, but it's got to be on here somewhere. So number 4, Destiny.
All right. Matt has already mentioned this one.
Oh, another crossover.
Yeah, but I have Haunt. Yes.
Oh, he called it.
Yep. I watched this the same night as Victor Crowley because it was, I watched Haunt the same night as I watched Hack-O-Lantern because it was on the last drive-in, so that's how I watched it the first time. And I had no idea what to really expect from it going in. I didn't know any of like the twist. And this is another movie that I just felt a personal connection to Harper, with the whole abusive boyfriend and having an abusive dad, and watching it, really not so much enduring it, but watching. I just related to her a lot, and I love the ending. I guess I find it inspirational. I love the killers. My favorite would have to be the ghost. He has one of my favorite lines. Don't make that face, Matt, please.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, yes, the ghost is my favorite. And what else? Oh, I love all the friends. And again, it's my kind of humor. I kind of like, I don't know what it would be called, but I guess it's like the newer stuff. I know maybe the humor doesn't hit for everyone, but it works a lot for me. Maybe just because I'm younger. I don't know. And I like the way the killers look.
Yeah.
But that's all I'll say with that. Yeah. And yeah, the ending is fucking awesome. Loved it.
There's definitely a lot of people that don't like that ending, which is interesting. I've seen a decent amount of flack against it because they wanted it to go a different way.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was great. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of hate on that ending. I don't know why. But another film that's going to be on your list, same thing. They hate the ending of that movie as well. So
on mine?
Yeah.
Well, if it's what I'm thinking of, I'll fight them. I don't know what there is to hate, but okay.
Yeah, they just don't like the ambiguous nature of it, but I think that's actually the best part of it.
Yeah.
All right. Top 3 time. Top 3. What are we gonna get in our top 3?
Top 3.
All right. Number 3 is another slasher. That I think Matt has already told me he has not seen this movie.
What a
But
shock.
this is the this is, and you have not seen a single film that I've mentioned?
No,
No.
not one.
I know you've seen one of these, and that's it. In fact, I'm positive you've seen one, and that's it. That's one of the 10.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
it.
I think there is one, and I think he hated it.
Yes, he did. That's okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
That's easy.
Cool.
So anyway, number 3 is a slasher. It's the best slasher to me since the 80s. It is a remake. It stars Elijah Wood.
Oh, I know what it is.
That is Maniac, directed by Frank Calhoun. Dude, this movie is like everything you would want an 80s slasher homage throwback to be. It's got the perfect soundtrack. It's got the perfect kills. It's got the perfect homages. It's got a completely unique, fresh, original take on the film that it is remaking. It's got this POV perspective of the killer throughout the film. It's got a really fucking like off the rails performance by Elijah Wood, but in a very great way. The film is dark as fuck. It's violent as fuck. Like it's one of my favorite slasher movies of all time. It's easily in my top 10 ever. I can't say enough good about it. When I saw it, I was blown away. Just like when they give that, like when I realized that it was going to be in POV, and then like when he says something out loud, the first thing we hear from him, and then it like bursts into that music, and he's like driving in this van. It's like it's one of my favorite openings of all time. Just the music is perfect, and the atmosphere that it creates, and then the title card, what happens right before it, and and then how it comes onto the screen. Mwah! It's fucking beautiful. It's gorgeously fucked up in every way, and everything about the movie is near perfection. So please, Matt, watch it. Well, please, I beg of you.
No, that I really do want to see that one. I've only ever seen the original, so I do want to see that one a lot.
And what'd you think of that?
I like the original a lot. It was so dirty and grimy and gritty. I liked it a lot.
And Destiny?
I've only seen the original, have not seen the remake. It's on my watch list.
Please.
It really
there's even a Silence of the Lambs reference in it that you'll get, Matt, now that you've seen it. Now you'll get it.
I'll get it.
Perfect.
All right. Number 3.
This is a movie that I wouldn't think anybody would think that I would even like. A lot of people, whenever I told them that I did like it, they were kind of shocked.
I'm intrigued.
I went with It Follows. I know that's another one of those films that's kind of split. People like it, people hate it.
I
enjoyed it, shockingly, because that seems like something that would definitely not be up my alley of type.
Well, to number 3, I hope you love it.
I do love it. The music and the soundtrack is fantastic. I'll just freaking throw that freaking ask Amazon and Alexa, put that shit on, because I love it. It sounds so damn good. I like that, it is fucking anybody. It's fucking you think nobody sees them but you. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then it takes till the end of the fucking movie for anybody to even believe her that this shit is actually happening. Once they see it happen to them, then it's a fucking different story. So then they're willing to help and whatnot. In the way that one kid was trying to sacrifice himself and pass the curse on to me was fantastic. And she didn't want to do it, but then eventually they, that's how these things go. They did finally.
They did it
because he obviously really loved her compared to the other people that she was involved with before. He was always there for her no matter what. So it was also another kind of a love story within a horror movie. So I kind of like that aspect of it as well. And I like the ending when they're just walking down the sidewalk holding hands. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie a lot.
So do you think that's it behind them in the final shot?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
Do you think she had sex with those guys on the boat?
Mm. No.
No.
No? Wow. Really?
Kid
Interesting.
texted me though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the high schooler did.
Micah Monroe came over and had sex with you. No wonder it's in your top 3. Shit.
Yeah.
I would have put it as my number 1. Although, honestly, if I'm going to have sex with anyone in the movie, it's going to be Yara. I got a thing for Yara. The girl with the clamshell little fucking
reader thing.
weird, whatever the hell that thing is.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you know, the director of that movie, David Robert Mitchell, he kind of wanted to keep the film ambiguous on its time period. Like you can't really figure out what time period that movie's set in.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's like, is this the 70s? Is this the 90s? Is this the 2010s? Like, oh, what the fuck is happening right now? Which I love that about the movie. Yeah. It just missed out on my list. I think it's fantastic. I love it. Yeah, as you said, soundtrack's phenomenal. Performances, the idea. I mean, a sexually transmitted disease, demon. Sorry.
Yep.
It's a brilliant, concept. And it kind of really plays on that trope of horror movies, like you have sex, you die. This time for real. So yeah, it's great. It's great stuff for sure. So good pick. I haven't hated anything you've put on your list yet.
No, that's actually very surprising.
The Crazies is the only one that I didn't personally like, but I will go back and I will give it another chance just for you, buddy.
Thank you.
But yeah, if you're gonna watch any Evil Dead movie, though, please watch Evil Dead 2. I think you should watch them all, but they're all great. But Evil Dead 2 is just like, it's kind of like the scene in High Fidelity. You've probably, I hope you guys have seen that movie. Probably not, but you'd have to know what I was talking about. Have either of you seen High Fidelity?
No.
No.
Such a good movie. Anyway, there's a great scene in the movie where he's asking a question of Jack Black, like, what do you think I would mean if I said I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet? I would know you're a fucking liar. So funny. Anyway, great movie. Watch it. All right. Number 3, Destiny, take us into number 3.
All right. My number 3 is The Conjuring.
We're just getting right to it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't build it up.
Nope. Build up for Destiny.
No,
Right
I like to just
point.
jump straight in. Yeah,
Yeah,
straight to the
do
climax
it.
and just get it over with.
Get it done.
Yeah,
It's
The
like my
Conjuring.
15-year-old self.
Oh, I heard the story. Yeah. This, I don't know. I love it. I love the family. I love Ed and Lorraine. They're like my favorite horror movie couple.
Me too.
They're just, when they're on screen, there's just something so warm about them. And that's why I love the movie, because it feels just so homey for some of it, just because you feel just like cozy with the family, I guess. They feel so inviting. And there's like moments whenever I watch it that I kind of forget that I'm watching a horror movie until like shit starts to get real. And then whenever it does happen, it's really scary. Personally, this one wasn't as scary to me as like Insidious. Insidious really scared me. So I just want to mention that one because that one kind of fucked me up a little bit. But The Conjuring, I just feel so much more invested with the characters. And I love the ending, and I love the part when Lorraine is like yelling at the mom, like saying like, this is your daughter. I find that scene to be just so powerful, and then it kind of fixes everything. I don't know. I'm a fan of paranormal movies, but like this one is my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I really have
That's
to say about it.
since you said that Insidious is scarier to you, but you don't prefer it.
No, I think it's just because of the family and just the characters. I find in Insidious, I like the mom, and I think it's really scary what's happening to the kid because he's like in a coma pretty much. and I feel a lot of strain on the mom in that one, and she just looks and feels so tired.
Yeah.
And I know that also just has to do with like her husband's not really being there. And I know there's like a lot of like issues going on with them, but in The Conjuring, I feel like it's just more of like a loving environment. And I love that there's like how many fucking kids? There's so many daughters running around, and I feel like they're all
3?
likable. There's, I don't know,
Isn't there
but
3?
there's more. There's like 5 at least.
Is there that many?
Yeah, because there's the one with the short hair, there's the one with the blonde hair, there's the one, the older one, there's the one with the glasses, and there's the one that played Renesmee in Breaking Dawn, Part 2. Yeah, so.
Damn, I didn't realize there was that many.
Yeah, there's like 5 daughters. So
let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the family. From what I see here, so that's I think 4 daughters. Yeah, it looks like 4.
There might be 4. 1, 2. Yeah, there might be 4. Blonde
Cindy,
girl,
Christine, Nancy,
hair.
Judy.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry,
Well,
not Judy.
one of
Nancy,
them,
Christine,
yeah.
Cindy, and April. Oh, and Andrea. There you go.
Yeah, Judy is
5.
Lorraine and
You were right.
daughter.
5.
Thank you. It is my top 3.
Damn.
So
5
I should
of
at least
them.
know that.
It's funny. I don't remember 5 kids. 5.
5.
Well, it's because like a couple of them are like barely in the fucking movie.
Yeah, I just kind of remember their faces more than necessarily what they do, I guess.
Because that was like Joey King's kind of breakout role, I want to say.
Oh, and she's great. That scene when she's like terrified of what she sees in like the corner of the room, she sells that so well. Her facial expression, it's pretty scary.
What do you think of The Conjuring 2?
I really enjoyed that one. I didn't like it as much. And to me, The Conjuring 2, it also just feels colder, I guess. Like it doesn't feel as inviting, and even though I'm still invested in the family, I'm not invested as much. And I didn't like the ending so much with like Valak.
Yeah.
That part I didn't care for, was like, I know your name, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the ending, but I still like the build up to the ending. The ending, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. That was kind of let down because I felt like it was more about Valak than what was actually going on, I guess.
Sure.
With the family, but.
And are you looking forward to The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It?
Yes, I am. Even though, like, I am a huge. I mean, obviously, I love the first one, and The Conjuring is in my top 10 horror movies, not just of the 2010s. It's in my top 10, and I was a fan of the second one. I'm interested in the third one, but isn't it the same guy that did La Llorona? And that kind of worries me because. Yeah. So I'm gonna set my expectations low and watch it and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, I mean Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga will definitely. I mean, I would be very surprised if they didn't at least have fantastic chemistry. Patrick Wilson's actually going to have his directorial debut with Insidious 5, which is really interesting. But yeah, no, Conjuring's good. I'm looking forward to it. Weirdly, my favorite film in the franchise is actually Annabelle Comes Home. But
I do like a good one.
Yeah, I do like that.
Out from headphones. Oh my god.
I do like that. But anyway, all right. Number 2. And this is going to be my first crossover of the night, right? Yeah, it finally happened. We finally got there. A film I thought would be much higher on Destiny's list. And this is I'll go with her style and just say it's Midsommar.
Wow.
Yeah, Midsommar. This is just a beautiful, wonderful film. I was going on a tirade last night, I want to say, just talking about everything I think about this film, and how wonderful I think the arc is of Danny in the film, and just kind of like her sense of loss, and she has no sense of like family, and she has no sense of connection, and she's looking for people who want to have, you know, she's looking for empathy, she's looking for sympathy, she's looking for family. She's not getting any of this in Christian. She's not getting this in any, you know, in any of her life. And just this cult in the most unlikely of places. And the film's so beautiful but dark at the same time, even though the film is literally not dark. I just, yeah, from the opening scene to the end, and of course the director's cut fleshes this out even more with their relationship and how fucked up he really is, how much I just genuinely despise Christian. He's a total pussy. And I love the film. But it's yet another one it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody by any means. But the acting's fantastic, and the visuals are fantastic, and yeah, I love it. So, number 2, Matt.
My number 2 is probably honestly the only movie that's ever actually scared me, and I have to go with Sinister. I don't know why it did. It just did. I went to see it at the theater with my brother-in-law. Creeped him out too. I don't know if it had to do with that old ass footage of every death sequence that happened in that film or what, but I don't know. From the very beginning, when you see the tree branch fall and all those people getting hung and shit, I don't know what it was. It's not. This isn't really a fast-paced movie at all, which kind of goes against the type of movie that I like. This is definitely more of a slower burn, more fucking dark atmosphere compared to the other fucking movies. But just something, the Bagul himself is fucking creepy as shit. He's not all up in your face. He's more in the background and whatnot. So I think that kind of makes it a little bit scarier, I guess. I don't know what Ethan Hawke's performance was great. I just don't know why he would move. Obviously, he wanted a story to sell some books, but I personally ain't moving into a house where people fucking died earlier. So that was a dumb decision on his part. A lot of jump scares in this movie, though. I mean, the one with his son jumping out of the box backwards was kind of creepy as shit. And then whenever he's like watching, I think he's watching like the computer or whatever, and then the Bagul just like pops up on the screen real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I jumped a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, but I just think and then the sequel had to come along and like destroy everything that this one did so well. And then the ending to find out that the fucking kids are the ones that are doing all of the killing. Also is creepy as hell because, well, it's probably creepier now for me since I got kids that age that were killing their parents. So that's kind of scary, but I fucking love that. All the kill sequences were, they're so fucking creepy as shit. Like Brett just said, the fucking lawnmower when they're freaking buried underground, you run their fucking heads over. That's good shit. Yeah. That's a fantastic movie. And then, like I said, it's probably one of the only ones that actually scared me. After I got home from the theater, I fucking ran out of my car, ran into the house real quick, turned the lights on real quick, ran up to bed, closed the door. I don't know what it was. It just fucking freaked me out.
Bagul just killed Destiny, so that's a bummer.
She gone.
He came for her.
She gone.
I said Bagul just killed Destiny. Took her away.
Oh.
Bye.
Sorry.
Man. It's okay.
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
She's in a dark place.
I'm back.
Had to fix her hair.
No, my cat was fucking meowing, and I was trying to let him out. Sorry, I'm a good cat mom. Fix these back up and position myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Sinister, I like all the Bagul stuff. I don't really care for anything else. But I do like the Bagul stuff a lot. I think that I could watch an entire film of just that creepy ass footage.
Yeah.
I thought that stuff was genuinely eerie. And then the sequel has like the most awkward character romance I've ever seen in the entire fucking life. It's like making me uncomfortable the whole time. It's just like, what is going on with these two very bizarre individuals trying to flirt with each other? it felt like a weird, like an indie teen comedy or something, where these like very bizarre characters get together, like almost like a Welcome to the Dollhouse or something, where I'm just like, what is going on with these characters? Shannon Sossamon and James Rathbone or whatever. They're just so awkward. The whole movie. Fuck. I saw it in theaters and was just like, anyone else want to leave?
Me too.
Yeah. Anyway. But so number 2.
Number 2. My turn, right?
Yep.
It's your turn, yeah.
I
You're next.
I'm sorry.
Ready or not, you're next.
I mentioned both of those already. Come on. Okay. My number 2 is It Chapter 1.
Oh yeah, you told us this was real high.
Yeah. This movie really means a lot to me. For personal reasons. Saw it and it really helped me whenever I needed to just get away for a little bit. There's no other movie that quite makes me feel the way that this one makes me feel, and I think it's because of the like personal connection to it. I love all the characters. I'm so invested. Every time I watch it, they make me laugh. It makes me get teary-eyed. I mean, It Chapter 2 is not on here, but that one also just, they mean a lot to me. This is like my 4th favorite horror movie, like out of all of them, so I really love it. I really don't know what to say besides it just holds a very big place in my heart.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. You don't get many films that are, especially in America, you don't get many films that are centric on children that are as graphic and as scary and as R-rated as that one is. Typically, with like kids in horror, you don't get this dark, and that's what I love about it. That's what I loved, that Andy Muschietti, went there and did make the film very R-rated with a cast of children. That's rare. You're not. I mean, how many movies can you name that star children and are as R-rated as that film?
Not many.
I don't know almost any. Yeah. So I do love it, because one of the downfalls of kids in horror is that it's like, nothing's happening to those kids. But in this film, that's not, I mean, just the opening alone, just
exactly.
Watching this little fucking kid get his arm torn off, and it's fucked up and it's wonderful. Yeah. So it's a great pick. It's a great movie. I'm bummed that everyone hates the second one so much, because I really enjoy it so much. I don't know exactly what people expected out of it. It's like exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah,
so
me too. I loved it. Besides, before the pandemic, I didn't really go to the movie theaters a lot. I'm scared of being shot at a theater. That kind of really fucked me up with that.
Yeah.
But I saw it Chapter 1 in theaters, and so whenever the second one came out, I was like, I have to go see it in theaters just to kind of finish it out, And I left the movie fucking bawling my eyes out. I was ugly crying in the theater after It Chapter 2. Didn't care. My boss was there because she was just seeing the movie, and she's like, "Oh, are you there?" Because I like took pictures when I was at the theater, and I like walked out ugly crying, and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Did you not just see the movie?" But I mean, she also probably really didn't know, but yeah. They're just, I love them both. Even if the second one, I wouldn't say it was a letdown for me. I was kind of expecting like what you said, but I still loved them both.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I want the director's cuts for both. We got to get those at some point. We've been promised them, and I've been holding out forever for them. So they better fucking release those things.
What did Miss Carter say about the kill count?
Oh, I think this might be humorous.
Oh, Miss
Like
Carter, I've seen the kill count too many times to even tell you. For
I thought it was I thought it was a
two.
joke. Like you just watched everything through kill count.
See, that's like
You
the
didn't actually
ongoing
watch
thing.
movies.
That's like the thing is like, oh, I've seen the kill count, but I've at least seen half of the movies that I've seen a kill count for, either before or after. So
I don't think I've ever watched a kill count video. So,
you've never watched Dead Meat? James A. Denise?
I think I tried one or something. No, not really. Good bad flicks all day, every day.
Well, you need to watch Dead Meat because they are one of my favorite YouTubers.
You guys start watching movies on my list, and I'll start watching fucking Dead Meat. Okay, how about that?
Okay,
There's a few things you guys. If you weren't so busy watching kill count, you'd be watching fucking movies.
Last year I really kind of stepped. Well, a little bit. Last year I watched a lot of movies. Okay, I can't list them, and you wouldn't probably think it's a lot because it's not 1,500. But I did watch at least like 50 new movies
last year.
That's a lot for me. Maybe 50.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's good.
That's something. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this guy I know. His name's Mark Nato. That dude watches like 400 new films a year. It's you can't keep it. It's ridiculous. The guy talks about like 3 new. I don't even know how he finds that many. That's what I'm always blown away by. Like, how the fuck are you even finding these?
No, but like how you said earlier is like you said you like looked at something. You're like, oh, I've seen that before. Like you couldn't remember. I've never had that before though. And like usually if I do see something, I can remember it. But I also don't think I'm like trying to store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Can't wait.
The hell? Wild. I just got an update on my phone for some reason. Nicolas Cage, 56, marries Reiko Shibata, 26. Just married her right now. Holy fuck. 30 years her senior. I don't even know who this girl is.
Congratulations.
26 years old. Oh my goodness.
Cheers, Nicolas Cage.
Just came across my phone. I'm like, who? This looks like his kid. This is funny. All right, number 1. This will be of no surprise to anybody who knows me and knows my channel. I've talked about this film a million times. I think it's one of the greatest horror films of all time. I put it in my top 5 ever made. And this movie, of course, is the wonderful Death House. I'm kidding. Death House is the worst movie I've ever watched in my fucking life.
Movie.
Yeah. Oh my God, don't get me started on Death House. No, of course, this is Hereditary, the film that blew my mind out of my fucking ass when I saw it. I've talked about the film enough. I think I've said every single word I could possibly say about the film. I think it's perfect in every imaginable way. It's the perfect horror movie to me. It has every single thing I could possibly ever want in a horror film. It's creepy. It's amazingly well acted. It's so unbelievably well written. It's perfectly paced. It's eerie. It's dark. It's scary. It's fucked. It's perfect. It's perfect. Anyway, so there you go. Matt, you finally saw a movie on my list and you hated it. So
yes,
at least you saw one.
10%. Great job.
There you go. Better than 0.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Yay!
What the heck? Hey, it was on my list. It was up there.
I know. I'm happy it was on your list. Happy it was on your list.
Thank you.
People know what's up in this room, though. People get it. People get it. Just keep it coming, people.
It gets better. See, I haven't given it another rewatch. I almost.
You don't want to. You're like,
last
fucking
time.
fuck you up.
Exactly. I just can't go into another panic attack. So I will, though. I will watch it again soon. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, there was no surprise on mine. There will be no surprises on Destiny's, but Matt's, I have no fucking clue. I'm super curious.
Wow.
I really can't believe he doesn't know.
I know. I
It
think
could
when
have-
you say it, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Come on."
Everybody's gonna say that. Literally, everybody's gonna say it. It's
What is
fucking
it, like
all over
Halloween?
my fucking house.
Halloween 2018?
Halloween 2018.
Oh, that's why I fucking didn't. I don't like that movie very much.
I know you don't.
That's
I know
fine.
you don't.
I
knew.
told you.
Wow.
Oh wait, where are you? I told
Jesus
you.
Christ. Okay. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you loved it so much.
I don't care. I fucking love it. I do think I'm gonna like Kills more than I like Halloween 2018, but
Oh, for sure. I already know.
Doubt, but I don't know.
I already know that.
I'm not really gonna. There's nothing really to explain myself. I just loved it. It was 78, but fucking amped up fucking to 100. Myers is brutal as hell. How I love it. People didn't like. Well, a lot of people. It was kind of like split, I guess, down the middle. But
yeah,
I don't care what anybody says. I watched it more than any of the other ones. Maybe it was tied probably with the original, I guess. That in 2018, I probably watched the most. I know a lot of people hate it. I don't care. I'm not.
I don't hate it. I mean, how were you watching my my spoiler discussion on it? Were you just angry the whole time?
I think that might have been the only video of yours I started and then I shut off. Anybody that talks shit, I don't listen to it. I shut it off.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will say I will defend that every single point I make in that video is 100% valid. But that's okay. You don't have to agree, and I'm fine with that. But they fucked up by bringing Laurie Strode back. That's it. I'll beat this into the ground. That was such a mistake. It limits the story and it makes so many conveniences happen. It drives me fucking crazy. How do we get Michael and Laurie back together? We're gonna fucking run into he's gonna run into her granddaughter in the fucking middle of the road. No one else in town is around. Get the fuck out of here. And no, I'm not shitting on your pick at all. I just, I'm a Halloween fanboy, as you are.
I'm a fanboy.
Halloween's my favorite fucking film of all time. I want to love Halloween 2018 more than anybody. And every time I watch it, I like it less. So I've stopped watching it because I don't want to like it any less than I do. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done watching it. I'm going to keep it where it's at.
Stop.
I wish I never rewatched it. But I'm with you. I think Halloween Ends will be far superior. And if it's not, I will be fucking devastated.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. That's a misrepresentation. I did not hate it.
I apologize.
But no, I definitely didn't like it. I think that one take long shot thing, that if they would have done that actually in one take, that would have been amazing. They should have done it in one take.
Yeah.
That's okay though. It's mostly in one take, so I'll give them credit there. But it should have been a 10-minute sequence, and he should have just been going house to house, wrecking people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it would have been amazing. I hope they do it in the second film. He says he's going 10 times the body count. We'll see. 160 kills confirmed. All right, Destiny, blow us away with number one.
All right. Yeah, huge twist coming here. My number one. The Strangers Pray at Night.
What?
I know. Crazy.
I'm out.
Yes, this is my third, almost second. I don't know. It's getting up there. I love it every time I rewatch it. I love it more and more. I love the family. I love the killers. I think they're fucking scary. The soundtrack. Oh my god. I listen to it every day, multiple times a day. It's my favorite horror movie soundtrack. the death scenes, I think the one with the dad is really underrated because I feel like there's a lot of awesome moments in the movie. You have the pool scene, which is just beautiful. You
Yeah.
have the um, at the end with the truck on fire. That scene, that's great. But I think the scene with the dad is really scary. Because like as I said before, like imagine you're just sitting there and you hear your son get out, and then you're not looking and you hear someone else get into your truck or your van or whatever, and you look up and you see someone like with that mask on. Like I wouldn't. You're fucked, and you know you're fucked, and that's what's so scary about it. But everything about it, I love, and I defend this movie a lot. And I know people don't necessarily. Some people don't like it because it's so different from the first one, which, like you mentioned earlier, Jason, you said you watched a movie the first time, hated it. First time I watched The Strangers Pray at Night, hated it. I
Really?
was I
Wow.
was pissed. I was like one of those people. I was mad, but I
Wow.
rewatched it, and I think it's just because I was kind of in a pissy mood already. Whenever I watched it, so whenever I rewatched it, I fell in love with it. And again, this is kind of funny, I guess. Whenever I was with my ex and whenever we broke up, I was packing some of my stuff up from his house, and we had just rented The Strangers Pray at Night from Redbox and A Quiet Place. So I watched both of those like back to back, and I stole Pray at Night so he would be charged from Redbox because it charges you like $25
25
after like
bucks,
a
yeah.
month. Yeah, so I was like, "Fuck you!" I'm taking. So I still have it in my Redbox little case, but maybe that's also why I love it so much. It reminds me of that and just like now, I guess. But I don't know. I love it, and anything kind of what you're saying with family. That's kind of like an ongoing thing in a lot of these movies for me. I love the parents, and I love that there's strain with the daughter. I can like relate to that, but you could still see that even though they're going through problems, they all still love each other a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I everything about it. I just love it, and I could talk about it all day, but I don't want to right now.
What do you think the major jump was for you on the second viewing?
I don't know. I think honestly, what was it? I had watched there was a scene on Twitter, and it was the scene when she's crawling away from the man in the mask, and it had the music, and then Making Love Out of Nothing at All. That's my favorite song now. Like this, I listen to all these songs every day, and I listen to them for. I even got on here because I felt nervous, so I needed to listen to something. But so I was listening to that before I got on here. But just rewatching it, I put aside the first one. Like this isn't like that, obviously. And it was really what did it for me the first time was spoiler alert when they kill them when Dollface kills the mom. That kind of I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, why didn't she fight? Why didn't she do anything? But then I watched it with a different, lens, and I was like, well, she wasn't putting up a fight, but she also knows she's about to die, and she probably doesn't want to sit there and fight while her daughter's watching. Like she's just looking at her daughter while it happens. And so whenever I watched it and I kind of saw it from a different angle, like I know a lot of people say that they make dumb decisions, and I really don't necessarily think it's they make dumb decisions. I think obviously for one it's a movie, so you have to keep the movie going, but also I think a lot of the decisions they make is more realistic.
Yeah.
And I've argued with some people before about some of the decisions that they make, but I feel like they're just humans, and they're not going to make all the right decisions,
Sure.
but I don't think it hurts the movie. I don't know. It was like a complete 180. Whenever I rewatched it, fell in love, and then with every rewatch, there's just something different about it that I love.
Yeah. You seen that one, Matt, at least?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Yes. Matt has.
Wow.
He wasn't the biggest fan, but we will be doing a watch party, and I will change his mind.
We'll see.
Oh, or else.
Or else I have to block him. I was told that. So
she's gonna brand you, man. I put that in her head.
A pumpkin
with the smiley face from Pray at Night. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, the soundtrack is really well utilized in that movie for sure. I think that's the biggest highlight of the film, and then of course the pool sequence is my favorite sequence in the film. And I like what the ending is trying to say about like, this is, you know, once something like this happens to you, every knock at the door is going to be a nightmare for you. It's going to be like, you know, it's going to bring up those wounds. It's going to be a trigger. It's going to be PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. PTSD.
You know, and people didn't get that. They were like, are they there? I'm like, no, they're not fucking there. It's the knock at the door. You know, it's what the strangers are known for, is that knock at the door. It's what fucked her whole life up, is that knock at the door. She's traumatized by it.
Since the first time I watched the first one fucking scared me, especially because where I used to live, it was kind of out in the woods. We had like a long driveway. No one lived around us. And I watched it the first time, fucking scared me. And then it was like, I've told this story before. It was like a year or so ago. We were asleep. And then, you know, when you're like asleep, and you like get woken up and you don't know if that sound was from like your dream or you actually heard it. And so I kind of sat up, and then I heard it again, and it was a knock at the door, and it was like 3 a.m. And I was like, fuck no. I was like,
and it was me.
Exactly. The back door is unlocked. You could have just but
we all know now.
I was fucking terrified. I did actually lock the back door after that. So my back door is locked. You can't get in.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, depends on who you talk to. Depends on who you talk to. Open for some.
Open for some. Closed for most.
Not for others. Yeah.
Depends on the price.
Yeah. $50 and up, we'll talk. Yeah.
$50? Oh my god.
Yeah, well, you said like, what was it? The 7 or something?
Let's see. What do we got here? Well, we got here. Can I get a buy 2 get 1 free special?
Yeah, definitely. That can at least get you some feet pictures. At least some.
Well, that's it. Top 10 in the books. Biggest surprises. I mean, I can't say that any of you guys were surprised by anything I picked because you hadn't seen any of them. But that wasn't a surprise. I told you though, Matt and I had not one similar pick. I knew it.
It's a given.
It's a given. That's all right. That's what I like though. I was honestly hoping that we were gonna have 30 different films. I was hoping for it, but I knew Midsommar was going to be on Destiny's list. I'm trying to think of like the biggest surprise for me that I heard. Trying to think back about. Oh well, for people who were just coming, because they saw me. People who just got in here. Once again, my top 10. Number 10, Dream Home. Number 9, The Babadook. Number 8, The Black Coat's Daughter. Number 7, The Lighthouse. Number 6, Annihilation. Number 5, I Saw the Devil. Number 4, The Ritual. Number 3, Maniac. Number 2, Midsommar. And number 1, Hereditary, aka Death House.
Yes,
Matt,
beautiful.
Can you read us your list again for everyone who just got here or is ending?
Number 10, I had Happy Death Day. Number 9, I had Purge Anarchy. Number 8, I had You're Next. Number 7, I had The Crazies. Number 6, I had Haunt. Number 5, I had the Evil Dead remake. Number 4, I had Girl House. Number 3, It Follows. Number 2, Sinister. And number 1, Halloween 2018.
Wow. Woohoo.
Destiny.
Oh. Number 10, I had Victor Crowley. Number 9, I had Hereditary. Number 8, I had Midsummer. Number 7, I had Ready or Not. Number 6, Your Next. 5, Final Destination 5. 4, Haunt. 3, The Conjuring. 2, It Chapter 1. And then 1, The Strangers Pray at Night.
Yeah, having now heard those lists again, I don't feel that. I guess Happy Death Day is the only one that kind of surprised me a bit, just because I wouldn't think Matt would like a PG-13 slasher film. But I guess nothing really surprised me all that much, that's what's surprising. That's what surprised me, is how much I wasn't surprised actually by any of your picks. Huh.
Well, yeah. Okay. I was talking to Chris before this, and he was like,
"What happened to Matt?"
Surprised me. I don't know. He just fucking left without saying bye.
Oh, he said fucking cat. Hey, everybody. He got in the comments really fast.
Yeah, fucking cat. But I don't think any of mine were necessarily surprises. I thought I would get some shit for having Victor Crowley on my list, honestly. So I'm glad I didn't. Least surprise.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
Shut up, Chris. You know that's a lie.
Yeah, right.
Come on now.
Come on now. Look at this, though. I agree, Shelly. I agree.
But just yours. Mine
just mine. Nobody else's.
Just yours. Thanks, Shelly.
All right. So before we go, I want everyone to tell me and Destiny and Matt I guess he's not coming back, but if he did, but he's probably still in the comments. Whose list did you agree most with? This is what I want to say. This is what I'm curious on. It ain't all gonna be me. I can assure you of that. I'm curious because you got a lot of people in here that are your friends, your fans. So sure as fuck ain't me. That's for sure.
Yes, please, someone
pick Destiny.
Please, so I don't feel insecure. Thank you. Oh my god.
There. Oh, where'd it go?
All right, Jason's list. Thank you.
What the fuck happened? Wait, what? Mine disappeared as soon as I hit it. What happened? I made a comment and it disappeared as soon as I'd made it. That was weird. Jason's.
All right.
Oh, here it is. There you go. Someone picked it.
I will definitely come back on this channel now. That's
Jason's list.
Okay.
Jason's list. Jason's list. Jason's list.
Anyone?
Jason. Okay. Here you go.
Thanks, Chris.
There you go.
Someone that fucking knows me. I can't have one stranger defend me here.
Oh, that's Emily went for the Democratic way here. How?
Emily, we still love you, Emily.
There you go. There you go. You're getting. They're coming in.
Okay, thank you, Helen. Thank you.
There you go. See, not one for Matt though. Now none for Matt. Oh, Chris is just giving me the middle finger. Wow.
Yeah.
So remember, hey, so everyone knows I had a live planned with Chris. It's gone. It's off the table.
Canceled. Yeah.
It's canceled. Cancel culture has hit Sinister Cinema Reviews.
I'm surprised it wasn't hit a lot sooner, actually.
100%. 100%. I thought that branding story was gonna get like 20 fucking subscribers lost. Everyone got all awkward, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Then I made a special Olympic joke that got shit on, and I was like, damn, I'm getting some hate tonight. I love it.
I just wasn't expecting branding story. There is branding in Hack-O-Lantern, which everyone should watch because I've seen it.
Okay, just to defend myself, it wasn't a leap because I was talking about the Care Bears. I mentioned her getting a tattoo on her ass, and then I was like, oh, and she also got a brand, which I did, which just reminded me of that, which was like, holy shit, just off the top of my head, remembering like that was crazy. What the fuck were we thinking? So,
why wouldn't she get the brand like on her ass though?
yeah, right.
Because that's what they did in Hack-O-Lantern. Sorry, I keep bringing it up, but
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, it is on
they
her.
branded the like a pentagram on
Oh,
her
yeah?
ass.
Hack-O-Lantern. Okay, let's see.
Hack-O-Lantern.
I know the film, but I got to do Friday the 13th for Slasher Sunday. It's a slasher movie, obviously.
Yes. You know, I don't want to set like a like.
No, I don't care.
I'm
I'm
not
sure
saying
it's
it's
fucking
fucking
stupid.
great, but I watched it. Sorry. I watched it and then like I couldn't get it out of my head for like weeks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there you
Thank
go.
I'm glad I brought that at least. If I can bring one thing, it's my face.
That's what I thought. I thought that. Oh, Destiny is prettier. I thought he said that your list was prettier. I was like, that's a weird
it might
compliment.
be. Look, I mean, that's pretty, right?
Oh wow, you really do have nice handwriting.
Thank you.
What's all those? What are all those like notes next to it? It's not just the titles. It's the year and
written and directed in the year. You know, I just wanted to make sure I was prepared. I didn't want to come on here looking like a fucking buffoon.
You have nice writing. Destiny was very nervous coming on here, and it shows.
Hey.
All those notes. You're like, I gotta fucking match up.
I've been drinking to like calm the nerves. I don't know if you've maybe noticed.
So you did the opposite? You did the opposite of what you said you were gonna do. You said you were gonna have 5 cups of coffee, and then she got some booze out instead.
I had 2 cups of coffee today. I had one this morning and then one around like 1 p.m. And I had to eat because I was starting to feel a little bit like a crackhead. Right now I'm like middle crackhead. They're both. Oh, thank you, Christina. So are you.
Look at this. Oh, I gotta ban you from the group. You said something.
Shut up. You know, you don't have to show me these because these make me feel a little bit sweaty, honestly.
Every time one of these comes up on the screen, she takes another drink.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Look at this. Let's get her real sweaty. Let's keep going.
Here.
Look at this. More drinks. More drinks. All right. So everyone start emailing, DMing, whatever you got to do, Destiny, to get her to start her channel next month. She has a goal. She started one goal that she's sticking to, right? You did your routine yesterday?
I did. I actually didn't do it today because honestly, I got off at
She's doing a workout routine, everybody. Just so you know.
I've been working out. I got off at 4, had to take a shower, and like as soon as I got home, I immediately started getting ready. So I didn't have time to do it tonight. So
yeah,
I'll probably do it Sunday to like make up for it. Yeah.
This was a mouth exercise for sure.
Yeah, I can feel it. My mouth hurts. Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna rest. She's gonna have a vow of silence for like a week after this. Too much fucking talking.
A lot. 2, almost 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, 2:43. So we got to wrap this up, everybody. I appreciate Destiny for coming on. I appreciate Matt for coming on for a little while. I guess he was
the whole show.
Too fucking cool for us. He's like, it was my cat.
Yeah, my
bullshit.
Cat. He was just tired of listening to you talk shit. That's what it was.
100%. He's like, I love Halloween 2018. I'm not going to listen to another word about it. Fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
Fuck you guys.
All right. Well, great stream. I agree. Mostly because of me, but you know, it's okay.
Well, I think I definitely helped a little bit. At least some.
Well, you're the prettier one, as we've established.
Of course. What else do I have? Nothing.
Speaking of pretty, there's a pretty lady right there. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and I will be on next week with Chris Snyder doing the top 10 best saw traps. So join us then, and Have a good night. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.